Is brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, May 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 79. Coming up today on Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota, the LSU Sports Radio Network's Hunt Palmer stops by at 7:30, and FanDuel's Megan Making Money calls in at 9:30. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. You can watch the show live on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and interact inside the Bayou Ford chat. You can also check us out on Cox Sports Television. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench starts now.
Let me go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to another day of Off the Bench. That's right. It is Friday. Weekend started yesterday, so we are into maybe the peak of the weekend, which is Friday night, where Monday is far away and the Sunday scaries are held at bay. Tonight, we're going to have a good time, man. Hopefully, we'll have a good time. Beers will be drunk regardless, I'm sure. But the question is, will LSU baseball manage to kick things off in the right way? Because, yes, it is the LSU Bama time again, in a hypercritical moment again. In the third major sport, it seems like it always comes down to this, and we'll break it down on today's show. We got Mario, we got Danny, we got my guy Jake. Jake, how you feeling, dude?
Feeling good. Hopefully make it out to the box this weekend. Now that capacity is opened up, I'd like to see a full Alec box.
Yeah.
It's one of those places that, we always talk about, so I want to see it get back to normal.
Yeah, it'd be and the boys will need it. Coach Maneri came on the show yesterday and said as much, basically imploring fans, if you can, make it out to the box this weekend. I'm feeling great as well. Thank you for asking. If you can tell my voice,
the host usually just
little good. Thank you. I do like that you're learning. Your place in the hierarchy. I think my voice is struggling for maybe a little schmoozing and boozing last night. As you can tell, I look like I'm a bit better dressed than normal. That's because, you know what? The outfit didn't smell. So I was like, hey, I'll just take this thing off and throw it back on in the morning. Until I end up in a collared shirt on Friday. But it is Casual Friday. We're going to be having fun throughout the day. Today, we got a brand new OTBOT tier list. We're going to rank video game consoles. Megan making money. She came back last weekend, right?
Yeah, she did.
And so she is back once again, giving you some picks going into the weekend.
I can't get past the throwing the shirt right back on.
Oh, it's not just the shirt. It's the underwear, the pants, the shoes, the socks, the whole nine.
Socks, too?
Yeah, man.
I know your feet sweat. I don't care what you're talking about.
It was
you
a beautiful.
Can't tell me. I don't care if you're in Buffalo in November. You need to change your socks.
It was a beautiful night last night. Look, if you're a boy, this shirt shows an infinitesimal amount of perspiration. I mean, if I even have a single droplet of sweat form, you will see it on this shirt. And so if it made it through the night, then you know the Sox made it through the night. It was a great night. It's going to be a great weekend of weather for baseball. It's baseball weather this weekend, boys. So get out to the box.
If I go to Friday, Saturday, Sunday game, I'm going to wear a different outfit every game.
Well, that's a long time. I'm talking about, so is there an hour limit on your outfits, right? Because let's say I had this outfit on for 5 hours yesterday.
Oh.
No sweat.
Completely, you got to change.
Yeah,
100%.
Wow,
I'm with Hester on this. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, I'm talking about if you had that on for any amount of time outside.
Yeah, and why? But it was beautiful. I didn't sweat. I'm telling you, dude. It's a beautiful day outside.
It doesn't matter. You got the elements on you.
Yeah, like a little natural musk, a little pheromones. That's animalistic. That's what the ladies and the men love. That's why Mario was so kind to me this morning. He could tell, and now he's reneging on that initial attraction because. He's learned the truth of the matter. Well, guess what, Murray? You can't handle the truth. Okay, let's dive into headlines. Brought to you by Barbecue Guys. Maybe that's our poll question. If you wear an outfit for 5 hours, you're allowed to
OTB
wear it
headlines are brought to you by Barbecue Guys. They're your one-stop shop for everything outdoor kitchens and living. Barbecue Guys, helping America host better barbecues since 1998.
We're going to start with one of the all-time greats. Talking about LSU, Simone Augustus. You catch her number 33, hanging in the rafters over there at the PMAC. Well, it is official. Simone Augustus has retired from playing basketball at the age of 37 instead of playing for the LA Sparks this year. On the eve of the new season, she's announced that she'll be coaching for the LA Sparks. But When you look at Augustus' resume, when it's all said and done, we are talking about Kim Mulkey levels of achievement, right? She ended her high school career with back-to-back state championships and a 52-game winning streak. Helped LSU to 3 consecutive Final Fours, being a 3-time All-American, 2-time SEC Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year along the way, WNBA Rookie of the Year, 8-time All-Star, 4 WNBA championships, 1 MVP, 3 Olympic gold medals. Wow. Congratulations to the BR native, Simone Augustus.
She was must-see basketball when I was in school. We all went to the games, multiple games. I mean, you're talking about when they played the big opponents, like we, as a football team, made sure that we went across the street to watch her play. She was the best player in college basketball her entire career, and she's lasted this long in the WNBA, had a fantastic career every step, like you mentioned, T-Bob, high school, college, and pros, and going to continue to stay in the game as well. And so hopefully, like someone like Kim Mulkey knows that she can use a tool like this, like Simone Augustus, because like this is something you can recruit with as well. When you have a marquee player like this, it's a generational type talent, and you know Kim is kind of as smart as she is, and we talked with her yesterday. I've got to imagine she'll make that phone call.
Well, and I would say that Coach Mulkey knows Simone intimately, given that it was one of Coach Mulkey's national championship winning teams that knocked LSU out of one of those Final Fours.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Well, no, remember Mulkey did in her press conference when she was like, I can't remember what exactly it was, but she referred to herself in the third person talking about how, you know, LSU was really good kind of until they ran into Mulkey's day. I was like, whoa, nice. Got him. In LSU baseball news, it all goes down tonight, boys, 7 p.m. in the box. Like Mario said, what a swift kick to the cojones it would be if you were to lose to Alabama in major spots in the Big Three. This is LSU's final stand opportunity, and you know what, Jake? I want no one else but Landon Marceau taking that mound. And if you look at just the starting pitching matchup, LSU would seem to have a significant advantage. It shows how ineffective LSU's been at times this year and how tough their schedule's been, though, that Marceau only has a 5-4 record compared to 6-2 from Tyler Rass, who started for Alabama. But you're talking about Marceau bringing a 2.33 ERA to bear with 91 Ks to only 15 walks. He's almost at a 9-to-1 ratio. Rass, on the other hand, 5.68 ERA, 42 Ks to 16 walks. So Rass has more walks, less than half the Ks. LSU, the Bats, you have to come to correct tonight. You have to get game one.
Without question, you've got the advantage out on the mound. Getting game one is so important because we know what you have to do. You have to, at minimum, win 2 of 3 here. You'd like to see a sweep. Alabama is a team that we've seen. They've beaten good teams in the SEC. They are capable of doing so. Right now, they have a better record within the SEC, but you're still expected at home with some matchups on the mound that you feel good about to go out there and win the series. And it starts tonight. And Landon Marceau is someone that's going to keep you in the game. And like you said, T, you can't have a repeat of what you had the last time out, only getting 2 hits in an SEC game. You got to go out there and give your starting pitcher some support.
Yeah, man. Again, LSU's a bit of an odd team where the full team stats really don't tell the story on how good Marceau and Labus have been, right? And so LSU hopefully can take advantage of those two once again this weekend. Unfortunately, for our squad, the LSU softball squad, it wasn't to Alabama, but rather in Alabama. Their SEC tournament run comes to an end as they fall in the quarterfinal matchup against number 15 Mizzou, 4-1. Meaning its tournament is now over, and they will, I guess, just wait for it to play out and then see where they end up seeding in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, this one was a little bit of a surprise. I actually thought LSU would come out and they would win this matchup. The Bats just could not get going. Actually, you know, they scored their 1 run extremely late in the game as well. So, obviously, this is something that Beth talked about, going back to the drawing board, getting a plan together. This format was never going to favor LSU softball just because of the way they've won this year. It has been, for whatever reason, dropping game 1 and then kind of finding their way in the doubleheader or the second 2 games of the series there. So now you get into a regional format, and that's something that you know that you can find a way, and your team has always done really good with their backs on the wall.
Yeah, so shout out to the ladies. There are bigger battles to be had. In New Orleans Saints news, I normally don't bring up like meat market type of moves like this because we'll probably never mention his name again. We'll see. But the same time, a former UL safety, Deuce Wallace. The reason why I did find this interesting is when you're talking about Wallace, you're talking about a guy from St. Thomas More who walked on at UL, made his way to becoming a captain by senior year, and then now, if nothing else, is getting to go to rookie minicamp with the Saints this week. And if you can't appreciate the rise from being a walk-on and now going to minicamp, I think that's pretty awesome. Again, I don't know if we'll ever mention Deuce Wallace again, but I hope that he can continue to beat the odds, and who knows, maybe he'll get his opportunity coming up in minicamp.
Yeah, I always root for these type of stories.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You continue to beat the odds over and over again because it's already hard enough to beat the odds. Even if you're like a 5-star recruit in high school and you get every major college offer you, it's hard enough to get to the NFL. So the fact that he's even there is a very big accomplishment.
Yeah, so shout out Deuce, also Louisiana native, right? Ended up in New Orleans. Gotta love it. And then finally in LSU track and field news, the SEC tournament, the SEC championships, are underway. Yesterday was a throwing day. That's not where LSU's really butters its bread. But they had a solid start. On the men's side, they rack up over 20 points. I think they're sitting here in third going into today, while the women rack up 3 points. They're sitting here at 6. Action resumes today at 2, but a lot of the running and everything yesterday was qualifying. LSU had a ton of people advance. Once you start getting to the finals for the jumps and the runs, you're going to see this LSU team do some very special things.
Yeah, they are. They're a special group and a generational type group. We talked about the numbers doing stuff since hadn't been done since 1984 in Oregon as far as the total points that they could possibly have.
The total, going over 100 points. Again, I don't know how track scoring works, to be completely frank, but LSU has a chance to go over 100. I already at 20-something, and yes, no one's done it since 84.
Right.
Oregon.
That was -1. And I'm the oldest person in this room, so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess so.
There's no guess.
Six.
I'm the oldest.
All right, those are your headlines. Brought to you by Barbecue Guys. What's up?
Whoa. There's another. In high school baseball news, another battle of the ages between the top two teams in Class 5A ended with a Barb walk-off win in extra innings, 1-0 over Sam Houston. The pitchers from both teams stole the show. Barb's Jack Walker went 10 innings and struck out 13 batters. Okay. This was his second no-hitter of the playoffs. Meanwhile, Sam Houston's Alex Norris had a dominant performance as well, going 10 innings, allowing only 2 hits and no runs. Okay,
shout out. Sorry. That was in the see whoever put that in there, put in the 7:15. That's why I didn't see it. So, look, I don't want to sell anybody out, but it couldn't have been me. Shout out to Jack, though. It sounds like that was a hell of a game. Barb's like a baseball powerhouse, right? Isn't that what they do?
I just figured the story in the 7:15 surely was in headlines. So that's
I know the random Chris Webber story. I don't know if we're going to get that was Mario's addition to the headlines. Chris Webber out on the TNT broadcast team. It looks like
you meant that for headlines, though, right?
He did. I believe he did too.
My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
A good host would have caught that.
Well, I was going to kind of ignore it because I don't know if our listeners are going to care too much about Chris Webber being off on the TNT broadcast.
Our listeners definitely care about Barb Sam Houston if you're paying attention to the chat.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think that's I think that's a solid addition. Mario, you're fired. No,
time out. Wait, Chris Webber.
Look, think about. Okay, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Look, I love C. Webb as a player. Love those Kings teams. He never knew what the hell was going on with the Pelicans when he would call Pelicans games. And for a lot of national guys, that's the only time that I really watched them. So shout out to C-Webb, whatever he does next. Not everybody can go out like Paul Pierce did. Guns blazing, quite literally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, going to be interested to see still where Pierce ends up. All right, those are your headlines. Brought to you by Barbecue Guys. Coming up next, talk a little bit about tonight, a little LSU Bama. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
OTB headlines are presented daily by Barbecue Guys. Remember, the most popular grill on the market is Blaze Grills. Premium gas grills that combine expert engineering and dependable performance. All backed by a best-in-class lifetime warranty. Visit barbecueguys.com or our local showroom to learn more about Blaze Grills. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Oh, man, there's some really good what I look like in this outfit today. Keep those coming in. Go to advanaclean.com. Advanaclean. Fire damage, water damage, mold damage. These things suck, okay? Very intimidating. You go to Advanaclean. It's one call to solve it all. 369-5228. 369-5228. They're open 24/7, so it doesn't matter when you discover these issues. When you have it, it's an emergency situation. You call them. They can be out there immediately. Don't worry about it. Even holidays. Talk about doing like Christmas jobs and stuff. But at Advanced, you got the fire, water, mold damage. They'll come out there. They'll fix the issue. They'll document it, and they'll deal with the insurance company so you don't have to.
Yeah, not only is it a bad situation like T mentioned, it's not safe, right? So if you've got your family in that home, or if you have a commercial business where you've got people coming in and out, employees and customers, the last thing you want is for your business or home not to be safe. So make sure AdvantageClean comes out and they get you taken care of. That's AdvantageClean.com, AdvantageClean.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with the certified pre-owned vehicle.
Yo, Jacob Hester here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, the place that can be at your convenience during those inconvenient times. I know they've been that for me. I've got 4 boys, right? So sometimes stitches happen, and they have 6 convenient locations, one close to you to be able to be convenient for you. Remember, you can also check in online. PatientPlusUC.com is the website. That way you skip the line as well. Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, get in and get better.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Right Radio Hours return, and Pelicans analyst Antonio Daniels stops by. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
On the record.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. Oh, who's that walking into the studio right now?
Ooh, dapper looking son of a gun.
Coming up, it's going to be a battle of the button-ups as myself and Hunt Palmer will try to see whose outfit is better.
I bet people think you and Hunt are the same person when they see your outfit choices.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I maintain
a lot of the same vibes. A lot of the same vibes.
I still maintain that, and maybe we'll get Hunt's opinion on this, that, I only wore this outfit for 5 hours yesterday, and I think it's still completely fresh. I think in American culture, we probably tend to overwash our clothes anyway. I think if you were a man and you would just sniff my undies, you would see what I'm talking about, that it's not at all out of bounds for me to have this outfit on once again.
The underwear is disgusting because I know your habits. That's one. But two, the worst part is the socks.
That's
I don't
interesting.
care who you are. If you walk around for 5 hours in the same socks, they are going to have an odor to them, and they're going to be not clean.
You're going to put that to the test?
No, I'm not putting your nasty sock in my face.
Okay. Well, then I don't think you can sit here and unequivocally say that that's the case.
And you got like tennis shoes. Yeah, for sure, sweaty.
I don't think so, bro. If you're man enough, sniff them in their break, and we'll bring it on air. A lot of great. T-Bob looks like Jason Segel. I'm forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh,
T-Bob
yes.
Looks like he could sell me Cutco knives. T-Bob, he looks like a lesbian PE teacher. Sounds pretty accurate. Going on an Easter egg hunt. Looks like he could sell me an above-ground pool with a lifetime warranty. Like this from Brian Burgess. Looks like a shady loan shark. I kind of do feel like a shady loan shark. Yeah. I need like a gold chain. Maybe a little more jewelry to completely pull off that look.
T-Bob looks like he just came inside from the Biloxi Beach to get some AC.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's hot
sweaty.
out there, dude.
Exactly.
Out there,
you look
son.
sweaty. You have to change.
No, at the Biloxi Beach. Not at the, what was the theme of the party last night? Elevated Garden? I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to dress for Elevated Garden. It was a schmoozing and boozing thing. It was a launch party type deal. But Wilson, if you walk around for 5 minutes in socks, they are not clean. I mean, boys, come on,
100%.
Come on, dude. Looks like he's about to take a picture with Caitlin where they're both popping out on opposite sides of a tree. That's okay. Okay, great job. That's well done. I probably did wear something very similar in my engagement pictures back in the day. All right. It's enough about my outfit. I'm sure we'll revisit it throughout the show. But I am hyped today. Because once again, and I know we'll talk more about this with Hunt, but LSU, Alabama, and not just any LSU, Alabama, but LSU, Alabama, where it once again matters. Ironically, out of the big three, the football matchup mattered the least, right? Like LSU stood really to gain nothing when they played Alabama in football, and they really amounted to nothing against Alabama in football. But then in basketball, you square up, and the final matchup, at least, is in the SEC championship. What a classic it was. And now in this one, basically a de facto elimination game from the SEC tournament. And you just, for mental health reasons, LSU fans, people on Tiger droppings, they need this series this weekend. And even if you don't end up making the tournament, like you still obviously need the series to make the tournament, but you just need to beat Alabama. Like that's just the bottom line. In a season that has been filled with disappointment, this weekend kind of represents a golden opportunity to bring some happiness back into the fold.
Look, the opponent matters because of who it is, but it could be any SEC school, and it would be just as big because what you have to do. This is a team that right now, when you look at the projections, Baseball America, D1 Baseball, it's a team that is either in or they're the first four out in Alabama, and you're trying to be that team that takes that spot that's in the 64. So you have to go win. I don't care that it's Alabama. That just adds a little extra to it.
You don't care that it's Alabama? That's almost all. I mean, I get. Yes. Like functionally for the tournament, it could be anybody.
Yeah, it could be anybody. You just got to go out there and win. Like it's Lanyard that it's Alabama is kind of my point. So again, no reason not to absolutely pack Ally Box Stadium. It needs to be loud. There needs to be a home field advantage. They have not had one, LSU, because of limitations all season long. And now you have this very important series where you have to go win at minimum 2 games.
Yeah, so it's lanyap if you win, but it also is more impactful if you lose, right? So like the Alabama factor does cut both ways. Like if you win, then awesome. Not only do you help your tournament out, but you beat the Tide, and that's freaking awesome. But if you lose, having your tournament hopes eliminated at the hands of Alabama, at least for me personally, I know you don't have the same anger. I think my anger towards Alabama may be more representative of the general fan base. I don't feel like you have the big Alabama hang up that the rest of us do. So no, I would absolutely hate it to the core of my college sports fan being if this is the team that's going to end your season. And I'm excited to talk to Hunt because obviously Hunt knows way more baseball. He talks way more baseball. I'm interested to see how this Alabama team has done what it has done, which is not necessarily anything special, but just like another Friday night starter guy with a 5.62 ERA. Like how are they managing to go 6-2 there? We went over the numbers yesterday. Like nothing they've done in conference games statistically as a team really jumps off the page. Now nothing LSU has done really does either. But LSU still has very good frontline guys, and they have a massive advantage, as we said on the mound tonight, and you just got to take advantage. And Landon Marceau shows up time and time again when you need him, and I think he's going to kick ass tonight. I think he's going to dominate, and I think LSU wins.
Let me ask you about Game 3, because Hilliard, the last two series, has been fantastic. One against Arkansas, obviously a really good baseball team, the best baseball team in the country right now in the polls, and then a really good hitting Auburn team. He goes out there and he pitches 7+ innings and really gives LSU the opportunity to win. Can you expect him to do that for another series? Because he is doing the things that we saw him do his freshman year. He's throwing strikes. His breaking ball is that 12-6 curve that can be devastating. He's doing all of those things that we saw him do early in his career. Can he do it for a third series in a row?
I will ask Hunt as well, right?
You're just throwing stuff Hunt's way. You're going to make him answer everything.
Well, yeah. He's you heard him on the play-by-play. He's the guy. I think that, unfortunately, just given Hilliard's play this season, I think to expect consistency out of him, if we're just talking about what's more likely, I don't know that I'm there. I would love to be proven wrong on that front, and I absolutely hope that I am proven wrong. But I feel like you're going to have to take advantage of Marceau and Labus here when you're going to have those big advantages, and then kind of let the Game 3 chips fall where they may, which has been the case since Jaden Hill went down, and it's been good. Those front two guys have been good, so maybe they can get it done. Again, we'll see. Let's talk to Hunt Palmer about it next, coming up here on Off the Bench. T-Bob looks like he's about to teach Sunday school. He puts an entire lime in his Corona. Looks like he owns a pawn shop where he knows a lot of Etzbergs. Looks like a hefty Edward Cullen. Yikes. T-Bob looks like Hunt Palmer trying to look like T-Bob. I kind of like that one. Somebody said it looks like a hit on moms in the carpool line. And we'll end on this one. Vince Visa. T-Bob smells like Abercrombie Fierce.
You definitely look like you tried to cover up your stink with.
Yeah, like wearing the same clothes. Well, I did not. You smell me. Smell me in the
Axe.
break. Smell me in the break. Oh, hey.
You definitely wear Axe in your. You have it like in either the middle of your car in the console or the glove box.
Shout out to our guy from the J-Boy Show over there at Auburn who made up the nickname for Jacob, Double Pits to Hesty, which you're only going to understand if you remember that very specific Axe ad campaign from back in the day. But it was a fantastic campaign. I used to think, dude, junior high, whatever it was, high school, I used to think, I fully bought in. You sprayed Axe, and it was just like bees to the flower. They were just going to be everywhere. It never worked. I don't know why. All right, let's talk to Hunt Palmer next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to therelaxationcompany.org, therelaxationcompany.org. Out there at Pelican Point, if you are looking for a massage, a spa day, you want to chill, you want to go to the Relaxation Company. Me and Jake have already been out there. We've already got work done. You're talking about an all-star team of licensed massage therapists who have been working in the massage game for years, and now it's a family-owned business, a locally owned business. So support local business, support people's dreams coming true, support the Relaxation Company.
And T-Bob gave you the website. Go check out a full list of services for the Relaxation Company because they've got all types of massages. We told you about the prenatal massage that you can go over to get. You can get the hot stone massage. Also, the raindrop therapy massage, a holistic way of treatment that uses essential oils to facilitate a detox of the body. They do it all over at the Relaxation Company, therelaxationcompany.org. You can book your appointment there. Also, give them a call, 225-725-4239.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
From the makers of Blue Moon comes Light Sky. An extraordinary citrus sweet brewed with real tangerine peel, only 95 calories. Welcome to the light side of the moon.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or Smoke'emBR.com. That's Smoke'emBR.com.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service. HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At Front to Back, they got not one, but two NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker system sound? Well, guess what? They do that too. So call 225-928-9644 or go to Front to Back Boat Service.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help, and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and...
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Friday's AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Right Radio Hours return, and Pelicans analyst Antonio Daniels stops by. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob Jake. Hunt Palmer now joining the show as he does every single Friday at this time and has for years and years. A lot of times we love to talk about Hunt, about LSU baseball, LSU basketball. Both back in the news, Hunt. It seems they both do well, but let's start with the big story. In the Box tonight, 7 p.m. Help me understand this. Like I said, all on paper, the teams are similarly unimpressive in just terms of like pure conference-only statistics. But when you look at the starters tonight, it doesn't look like just a small advantage for LSU. It looks like a massive advantage for LSU. How has Alabama even gotten to this point with a Friday night starter with a 5.62 ERA?
Well, first of all, their Friday night starter was Connor Prelip, who was going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. He's left-handed and throws 97. I watched him in his first outing this year and was like, whoa. And then he never pitched again. Yeah. Pitched one inning against Auburn, and he's been out. So they've had to shuffle the weekend rotation. And Ross is the guy they give the ball to tonight. He's just gotten lit up in SEC play. He had a very nice start against Kentucky. 7 really strong innings. Outside of that, he's been pretty bad. Missouri scored 8 earned against him. Vanderbilt scored 8 earned against him. He gives up 9, 10, 11 hits most time he goes out there. I mean, his fastball's got 94 miles an hour. He throws pretty hard, but it's flat, and his batting average against an SEC play is 311. I mean, teams have just teed off on him because it's a pretty flat fastball. So that's what LSU's got to do. But Alabama is good offensively. They've got a pretty deep lineup, and they've got a good closer, and they're really good on defense. However, I mean, they're not dissimilar to LSU in the fact that they're 6-0 against Missouri and A&M. I think they're 5-12 against the teams with a pulse.
Yeah.
So, their record's better than LSU's, but LSU hasn't played Alabama or A&M yet. So, I think this Alabama team is not great.
So, game 2 starter for Alabama, Dylan Smith, actually, when you look at his stats,
he's much better.
He struck out 93, only walked 17 in 70 innings. I mean, so he's going out there, he's getting people out, and he has swing and miss type stuff. So I'm a little surprised he's not their Friday night guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably better. If you had to go out there and get one win, they'd probably go with Smith over Ross. He's got a real live arm. Smith's 95, 94, settles in at 93, but the slider's good. He struck out 11 against Missouri a couple weeks ago.
Could you strike out 3 against Missouri?
No, I could not because I'm very bad.
I bet you could.
But no,
have you seen them play?
He's got good stuff. So that'll be, probably a stiffer challenge for LSU in game 2. It's just kind of a daunting task when you've dug the hole that LSU's dug. You have to go out there and win. Like it's tough.
Hunt, so Mario was wanting me to ask you a question about maybe some frustration that you're having because a lot of the talk this weekend will be about resumes and who's making the tournament and who's not. And it looks like in a lot of these projections, Tulane is finding themselves in the field, whereas LSU is sometimes not even ending up on the list. You have some feelings on this.
I just think it's stupid. I mean, it's universally held. Baseball America's got LSU as the 8th team out, Tulane in. Perfect Game's got LSU really as the 2nd team out, but Tulane in. And I look at the resume and I go, LSU's RPI is 27 spots better. And LSU has a better winning percentage in all 4 quadrants. Wow. The only metric you could possibly use to determine that Tulane was in over LSU is that Tulane has fared better against teams in the American than LSU has against teams in the SEC. You take all the objective tools that we use, like RPI and quadrants, to put everybody on a level playing field. Here's how you did against the good teams and not so good teams. You take all that and throw it out, and then take the uneven playing field, which is a bad conference versus the best conference, and then determine that that's how you're going to put teams in. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's what everyone else is using. So, I mean, I understand Hannegriff we were talking yesterday, and he was like, yeah, if you go 13 and 17 in your league, that's not good enough. And I think that's ridiculous. Then put me in the American.
Right.
I'll go play UConn or whoever the heck it is.
You make a point because you can look at, Louisiana Tech, who I do think is a good baseball team. LSU has dominated them in the 2 games that they've played. I mean, they've beaten them, 16-8, 16-7.
Yeah.
And Louisiana Tech's going to host a regional. And
they're not, but
at that point when LSU
they've been in that conversation.
But I'll give Tech some credit. They beat Arkansas. They beat in one game. They beat Ole Miss. Their non-conference strength of schedules in the top 20, and LSU's 130th. At least Tech's trying, and they've got some quad 1 wins. I just don't understand some of the teams that they've put in there. I mean, we were going over one resume yesterday. They haven't. I mean, it was it's a Big Ten. Maryland. Okay. Maryland. They haven't played a quad 1 game. None.
Oh, and they're in the
they're in the tournament.
Not one.
And they've got and so
don't schedule hard. That's kind of
well, and they're only playing Big Ten games, so it's a little bit different this time around. But the good news with Maryland is they're in and LSU's out at this point, even though Maryland's RPI is 80 and they haven't played a quad 1 game. But they've got the 2 best teams in the Big Ten coming up. They've got to play Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan. So very likely they'll dip and lose 5 or 6 or something, and then won't have to worry about it. But I've been talking about this for now a month since we know LSU's dug that hole so deep. Is that the SEC is so much stronger than some of these leagues. And if you got to go play Vanderbilt and Arkansas and Mississippi State and all those teams, go to Ole Miss, you're going to lose some games. And do they reward the SEC with as many top 8s as they should get? Do they reward them with as many hosts as they should get? Do they reward them with as many teams as they should get? Remains to be seen. I tend to think they won't do it.
Does the fact that LSU's 14-0 in the midweek, do you think that strengthens your point? Right, that you would struggle so much in conference, but then look, whenever you've matched up with anybody out of conference, no, granted, not the best teams, but some good ones mixed in, you've been perfect.
It can't hurt. And certainly if they had lost 5 of those games like they have in some years, your RPI would be worse and you would be in a worse spot. I mean, your positioning and your situation is dictated by your conference record. But, of course, if you need to be propped up like you do this year because your conference record sucks, then you need to do everything you can in the midweek, which they've almost done.
Is it 13? Is it 14? If you get to 13, what do you have to do in the SEC tournament? If you get to 14, is that almost guarantee you to be in?
14 guarantees you in. Because that's going to leave your RPI in a really good spot. You're going to have more quad 1 wins than just about everybody that's there.
Yeah.
And you're going to be just fine. You knock it down to 13, that is going to back your RPI a couple of spots up, and they're going to look at that conference record. I mean, it's very obvious to me they're looking at conference record because the only way you could put Tulane and Maryland ahead of LSU is if you look at conference record. Maryland's 21-14. That looks a lot better than LSU's record. Now they've beaten, like, Michigan State has like 4 wins on the year, and so that's a metric that they're going off of, and I think they're going to take it very seriously, like they did. I mean, this is seared into my brain. It was the first assignment I ever had covering LSU in 2011, right when I finished college, and we went to the selection show, and they got left out. And they put St. John's in the tournament, and they left LSU out when LSU's RPI was in the high 20s, and they had gone 13-17 in the league. And the selection committee chair sat on national television, on ESPN, and said, yeah, but LSU's 6 of their 13 conference wins were against Tennessee and Kentucky, and those were the worst 2 teams in the league. And I want to just bang my fist on the table and go, hey, who did St. John's beat? What are you talking about? I mean, how can intelligent people sit in a room and come up with that? And the fact of the matter is that they want to give participation trophies out. Well, that was a nice job, Maryland. You won 21 games in the league. LSU, we'll see you next year. Probably need to win more. No, not in this tournament. Maryland has no chance. LSU is very much a live dog if you put them in as a 3 seed. And this is a tournament where Fresno State's won it as a 4 seed. Coastal's won it as a 3 seed. Auburn goes 14-16 in the league a couple of years ago, got to Omaha. Yeah. Like, you have to put the best teams in this field. And I just don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to reward teams who have done a nice job in their conference because we have to be nice to everybody.
So you got to put the best teams in. And Alabama and LSU both sit on the bubble right now. I probably should have started here. Is this, like I've been saying, is this a de facto elimination weekend for these 2 squads?
If it goes south in a hurry, if LSU loses all 3 games, the season's over, and you have to go to Hoover and win the whole thing. If you win 2, you're still in good shape, but you still have to go on the road and win. You lose 2, I'm not telling you it's over if you go sweep A&M and go to Hoover and get to Saturday or Sunday, but it's
what
a
about
long
Alabama?
ride.
What if Alabama loses 2 or 3?
Yeah, Alabama's got a tougher assignment next week with Mississippi State. Yeah. So obviously they've got a leg up. They're going to be short a conference game, which is going to have to be weighed in. But yeah, I mean, if they come down here and get swept, it's trouble. They come down here and lose 2 of 3, it's trouble again, especially with what they got next week. So yeah, you got a long 4 days of no sleep if you don't do well this weekend.
Yeah, and Bluebell Park is not somewhere they've played well either.
No, I've been there. A lot of rain when I was there. Mr. Hawthorne not enthused to be there until midnight and then back early the next morning. But, yeah, I mean, A&M's not great. They've got a couple guys who throw hard, and then, Frizzell hit 5 home runs in 3 games last week. So that's quite good. And they'll trot out some awful uniforms on Sunday with those maroons that, I'd probably get in trouble with if I went to College Station and called the game.
I was
put him back on the call.
I was backing you up. You were 100%
So were some Mississippi State fans.
Yeah. Really?
I got 100% correct.
5 or 6 DMs were like,
all
these are
black
terrible.
uniform looks like Al Capone, not a baseball uniform.
I kind of like it. What about was Rivers? You on your side or not? I can't remember.
No, Rivers told me to chill out.
Why? Because I like all black.
I thought you would just like to be
well.
weird, like an all black baseball uniform.
I don't think I'm precious enough about my baseball uniform standards. I think whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of the uniform police. I think Tech looked terrible on Tuesday with the powders. I think Ole Miss looks bad in the powders.
Okay, now I disagree
this
on
we're
that.
looking here looks terrible.
That looks awful, but I can't get on the Tech.
Vanderbilt's
is
bad. A&M's is bad.
So who's good? Who's the best in the SEC uniform wise? Quick OTBOT tier list. Let's check
Ole
your
Miss,
science.
when they wear the proper stuff, looks really good. We're not good anymore because they took the piping off everything, and it looks like they're wearing pajamas. So it just doesn't look good anymore. Let's see. I mean, Mississippi State looks great when they don't wear those. Their pins are great. Their grays are great. Look at the hat. It's not working.
Hunt Palmer. Hunt, you've had some tasty takes today. What other tasty stuff do you have on the menu this week?
Hungry Howie's. Make them part of your weekend dining plans. They got the delicious flavored crust. The ranch crust is awesome. Butter cheese crust is fantastic. Want a little kick? The Cajun's great. Go to hungryhowies.com. Try the mix and match for $5.99. Medium one-topping pizza, Pepsi 4-pack, wings, salad, an oven-baked sub, anything there. You can mix and match for $5.99 a piece. They're Nicholson, just south of LSU's campus at Lee. Got a home baseball series this weekend. Get outside the box. Get on by Hungry Howie's on your way home and make them part of your weekend.
Jam says, if my youth teams lose to anyone in black pants, they run the entire practice for a week.
Yeah, champ.
Yeah,
I agree.
lay down the law.
Terrible. Are you a gangster or a baseball player? This is a great comment as well from Bo. Hunt's button-down game is at the beginning of the wedding. T-Bob's is at the end of the wedding.
Definitely have end of the wedding vibes here.
If we were so bad in the pictures of me and Alyssa going to the limo after our wedding, like I'm all unbuttoned, untucked, like my hair's just wet and slicked back.
I've never seen
spray
that.
me down.
I've never
and
seen that
accurate.
Hunt. I've known Hunt for a long time. I've not seen that Hunt.
I danced.
You know
for
why?
like
Because
2
we weren't
hours
invited
straight.
to the wedding.
Yeah, dude. I want to see Hunt dance for 2 hours
But
straight.
we weren't invited.
I'd have been out there with
I was a
you.
little sore the next day.
Hunt Palmer. You have a great weekend, man. Here's to hoping
Y'all
that.
too.
Oh, by the way, do you think LSU takes 2 or 3 again?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, there you go. Hunt Palmer 88. We'll be back with more OTB next.
1988.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. We're hammering the rentals right now because you probably don't even realize, but renting from All-Star Toyota is significantly cheaper than renting from these major rental companies. So if you're doing a road trip with the fam, whatever, All-Star Toyota has the vehicle for your family. Talk to our girl, Miss Lisa Sessions, up in there. And then, look, if you want to buy Toyota-certified used vehicles, now's a great time. Excellent deals. And you also get things like warranties that you normally only get on new vehicles. All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com.
But do not forget, as well, the new inventory, because we've got 5 different people in this room with 5 different needs and 5 different wants, and they've got something for everybody. Truck, full-size, mid-size SUV, sedan, hybrid, you name it, they've got it, and you're probably going to be able to have more options than you believe. That's why you have to go check it out like I did. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokembr.com. That's smokembr.com.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor?
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What up, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. Look, we're going to get your weekend started correctly this segment. We're going to end this segment, send you into hour number 2 with a, now that things are opening back up, maybe you're getting together with the boys, with the girls, y'all are heading back to the bar. We're going to get you hyped up for this weekend. If the end of this segment doesn't make you miss the fellas, well, I mean, I don't know how to help you anymore. Jake, what caught your attention in the chat?
I felt like this comment from William needed to be said out loud. Is there any doubt Hunt bites his lower lip when he dances?
It's probably
there is zero doubt.
It's probably true.
Zero doubt.
I'm a big all the A-Bear men. I don't know why we jut our chin. It's kind of gross little like perverted underbite thing. It's just it's just passed.
I did have a quick story.
Genetic.
When I was doing ESPNU yesterday, and I was with Dusty Dvorak, and we had Brock Heward coming on.
Polish?
So we were about to. He played for Oklahoma, the Bears. Anyways, we were talking LSU quarterback, and I slammed like a bag of cashews in the break because I was starving, and it got caught like kind of in my throat. And so we started talking LSU quarterbacks, and I lost my voice. Like a word wouldn't come out. And then I did the awkward like call thing, like, excuse me, and tried to like clear my throat. And Dusty goes, look, I know it's been a long time for LSU quarterbacks, but you don't have to get choked up about it. And T-Bob, I couldn't talk. I was laughing on the radio, on live radio.
Oh,
like I was
Dusty
like
Dvorak.
wheezing. It was like the perfect comment. So, and then Brock comes on and goes, Hess, you swallow your dip while you were trying to talk about LSU quarterbacks? Dude, I was like,
it's kind of crazy. Nuts in the throat will do it. The worst I've ever had on air was a rogue almond. It was a rogue almond. I don't know what it was. There's some slivers actually on the J-Boy show. I almost died. It was like 10 minutes straight of coffee. I something about it, man. Something about it. All right, so coming up next hour, I want to talk a little bit more about name, image, likeness stuff, as I think there's some interesting stuff going on with Louisiana specifically. If you saw the Slam Diego fight video yesterday, I want to discuss whether or not we think it was a cheap shot. Christian Clark had a great Advocate article today where he's talking about where the Pelicans go from here. I want to talk Saints Aaron Rodgers. We got tier list. We got Megan making money, so keep it locked. But right now, this one's for the fellas. Weekend vibes kicking in right now. Let's head to the pub, boys. Pour the pint glasses. Hey.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy.
I'll be your rope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning in it. I wanna stand with you on a mountain, I wanna bathe with you in the sea, I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. And when the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky, I'll make a wish, send it to heaven, then make you want to cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever until the sky falls down on me. Falls down on me.
I've never seen Savage Garden said with such passion.
Dude, damn, son. If that doesn't get you fired up for the weekend, let's go. It's actually an old Puma commercial for when match day was on Valentine's Day. Stood the test of time.
We're Nike athletes here.
Shout out. Go to Ochsner.org today for all your healthcare needs. Your heart may be racing right now, but that's just your hype, okay? I'm talking more like orthopedic, right? You got some shoulders, knees, hips, hands, feet. It doesn't matter. Ochsner is your guide to getting it fixed and getting back that quality of life. Don't assume these nagging injuries have to continue. They have to continue nagging you. They can't get better. Also, don't assume that you know the path to getting better. Remember, like, well, I don't want to have surgery. It's maybe not necessarily surgery, right? Ochsner is always developing and exploring the latest and greatest non-surgical techniques. So if it does come to being operated on, trust me when I say the facilities on the North Shore, New Orleans, and Baton Rouge are unlike anywhere else in the state. They set the doctors up for success. They set you up for success. They are committed at Ochsner to maximizing your health. So they have urgent cares, vaccinations, each and everything you need, physical therapy. Hell, you want to get in shape, get bigger, stronger, faster? Check out Ochsner Performance Training as well. Go to Ochsner.org today, Ochsner.org.
I'm feeling good. So good. I just thought you should know.
What if you could truly energize your body and mind from the most fundamental level, your cells? Cellivate is a revolutionary, health-aware approach to energy, focus, and mood enhancement, packing everything you need to optimize your mind and body from the inside out. The unique formula combines top-notch cellular energizers, nootropics, herbal extracts, and powerful antioxidants, all in one sugar-free 12-ounce can. Elevate your cells. Cellivate.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jducote.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25% off at checkout.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Good morning, everybody. It's 8 a.m. on Friday, May 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 81. Still to come on Off the Bench, FanDuel's Megan Making Money calls in at 9:30. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. You can watch the show live on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN page and interact inside the Bayou Ford chat. Subscribe to our YouTube page for new content every day, and also check us out on Cox Sports Television. Hour number 2 of OTB starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Hour numero dos here on Off the Bench. Man, what a beautiful Savage Garden to get the day started. It seemed like the chat loved it. I mean, how could you not?
I didn't know that they also have a Mr. Brightside.
The Pub Boys do?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I think it's Holden Mayo said it. That might.
I don't know that I'm a huge fan of Mr. Brightside, so we'll see.
Wait a minute.
Yo, what? Everybody just loves Mr. Brightside?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Y'all don't think that you've heard it so many times that you could
It's
definitely
a
go without
great
ever hearing it
stadium
again?
song.
Dude, I'll never forget Voodoo Fest a couple years ago. They started playing that song, and the whole concert flocked to the stage.
I know seven people right now that are possibly getting in their car, driving downtown to whip your ass.
Just over Mr. Brightside?
Yes, that's how they feel about it.
It seems like a Joey Hester move. Is Joey coming down to beat my ass?
No, he wouldn't listen
Okay,
to Mr. Brightside.
thank you. Exactly.
He's listening like Marty Robbins right now.
I will side with Joey.
My watch is blowing up right now.
I mean, look, I don't think it's like a bad song, but I'm not there like, Mr. Brightside.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. I think
Danny?
it's, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Is it Maroon
Yet
5?
No,
Oh
the
my
Killers.
goodness.
Are you serious?
That's right.
Dude, yet again.
I don't know, dude.
3 against 1.
I don't know. Look, I know exactly. It's hard being the lone intellectual in a room full of dolts, but I make it work every single day. Great cry on there from Danny. T-Bob hates Mr. Brightside.
You need to open up your eager eyes, T-Bob.
I'm saying y'all don't think that y'all have heard that song 7,000 times that it's lost all effectiveness.
I think it's one of those songs that just don't get old, man.
Wow. Okay.
That's just my opinion, but hey.
I mean, there are definitely those songs. I tried listening to J. Cole's new album on the way into work this morning. Listen to the whole thing, off season. Yeah, it was all right. Nothing really stuck with me. Immediately just went back and listened to Forest Hills Drive once again. That's
Forest Hills Elementary School. Shout out 318.
Vincent Beach says Mr. Brightside isn't even close to being the Killer's best song.
They have some other good songs. But
poll question of the day. Is it a banger? The Killers, Mr. Brightside?
Well, but I don't think that I'm arguing that it's not a banger. I just don't think that. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have realized that Savage Garden would have touched me in that way. Even though, I have very 90s memories of hearing that song in the the car, right, back in the day, going to school and thinking about bathing with someone in the sea, and I used to get very excited. So, look, I'll give the Mr. Brightside video a chance. The lads at the pub have earned it, if nothing else. Things that video makes me want to do. I want to go watch U.S. soccer while drinking beers. I want to go watch Ted Lasso. I think somebody brought up Green Street Hooligans earlier. Another excellent football movie. I think Elijah Wood in Green Street Hooligans. I'm not entirely sure. I have friends at Naruto run wherever Mr. Brightside is. Never understood. Thank you, Patrick Vines. Exactly. We are. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So coming up on this hour, we got a few things to get to. Let's start with the NIL stuff because it's obviously been in the news. So if you don't know, name, image, likeness. I think one thing is interesting, and I read this today in an article breaking down The Advocate where they pointed out, and I guess I never just thought about it in these terms, but it's absolutely right. The conversation about whether or not this is right or wrong is over. Okay. People have agreed. It is athletes should be able to benefit off of their likeness. It is now inevitable. And so with that, it becomes a race to that inevitability. And right now, remember we talked to Mr. Jim Nickel about this a couple days ago, but right now 15 states have passed NIL laws. 6 of these states' laws will go into effect July 1st. It's May 14th. So we're talking about a month and a half here. And those states that go in July 1st include, who else? Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi. So where is Louisiana? In the hyper-competitive space of college sports and recruiting and getting athletes to your campus in all sports, where does Louisiana stand right now? As it stands now, this bill, the NIL bill for Louisiana is, I think the Senate's supposed to vote on Monday. If it passes there, then it would move to the House, and then it moves to Governor Edwards' desk. Apparently, one of the key features of the Louisiana version of the bill is that as soon as Governor Edwards would sign it, it would go in. It would go into law. So it's not a situation where you'd even wait till July 1st. As soon as it gets to his desk and he signs it, it is then enacted. So for once, you could actually have Louisiana go from lagging behind to leading the way. Not that a couple of weeks ahead makes any difference, but I do think it is critical that you have this in place by the same time that Georgia, Florida, I should say critical from a competitive standpoint. Also, I just believe in it. I believe that a normal athlete can benefit off their likeness. A student athlete should be able to as well. So I think you have to have this done by July 1st so that you don't have Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, all these other schools you directly compete with being able to offer better deals.
You're 100% right, T, because if Washington beats you to it, okay. Even if California beats you to it, okay. You can't have Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and even, maybe some of the Carolinas and Tennessee. You can't have that part and that region beat you to this because it is a recruiting tool. It's something they'll use. Coaches will use everything they can in recruiting to be able to negative recruit your school. You had it when you were getting recruited. I had it when I was getting recruited. As much as they give you their pitch, they give you the pitch against the other schools as well. That's part of it. And I feel like that's probably gone up since we've been recruited because now there's other things that you can recruit against these other schools for. Yeah. So they absolutely will use this. And so it does seem weird saying this, but Louisiana is out in front of it, which is a very good thing.
I mean, they're saying that they expect it to pass without any great resistance.
Again, that's why we're not celebrating it because we know how Louisiana politics work.
Exactly.
But if they do, this would be a big win for Louisiana. And look, of course, we're talking LSU here, but this is every university that plays sports in Louisiana. This is every sport because I know we got to hear on the rundown. You have a gymnast at LSU that has over 1 million Instagram followers, that has over 3 million followers on TikTok. Yeah, the money she can make. Again, I know this world. It is money that can change your life. Yeah. It's not like $10,000. It's not $15,000. It is real 6-7 figure money that you can make because companies see your followers. They don't care how you got your followers, and they're going to give you free products. They're going to get you to sell their product, which gives you, $50,000 for this ad, $100,000 for this ad.
One of my boys, Cam Fordham, who used to play here at LSU, was on Forbes 30 under 30 list, and all his company does, I say all, but what they do is just match people with big social media followings to brands and products that they think would work together, that their audience would respond to. So there is massive money in that space. That man was on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. You might, and it's Olivia Dunn is a gymnast, by the way. She would be the huge winner in this, at least here locally.
And she's not even yes, she would be able to win, but she's not the only one. When you go look at the follow, there's football players that have over 100,000 followers. There's
Kristen Nuss and Taryn Kloss couldn't have got some advertising some of the local beach volleyball places.
Tell me the restaurant there on Burbank that's got the volleyball. You telling me they couldn't do something there?
That's what I'm saying.
By the way, they're coming in Monday. Check it out. There's so many opportunities for every sport, and it might not just be on social media. That's a big part of this, but also I can't stress enough, being able for them to have camps, to teach lessons, and to have the ability to make some side income.
Yeah, even outside of traditional advertising. It opens up those avenues.
See, that's what everybody just tends to think advertising. It's not that. I'm not saying every quarterback in the SEC would have the opportunity, but if you have the Miles Brennan Passing Academy in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, how many kids are going to show up? A lot.
Yeah.
So
and the
it's
window
that
to enact
stuff
on
too.
that stuff is also small for a lot of guys. And so
It is.
not being able to take advantage of it while your profile is the highest is a huge bummer. So look, and let's be clear, this is not all flowers and honeypots, right? I don't think that's sane, but you get the point. Because it is the Wild West. I have no idea how this is going to work. I don't even think anybody really does. The NCAA's released a set of loose guidelines, but it will be a bit different state by state. It becomes awkward. How do you work agents in with this sort of setup? There is a ton of awkwardness to overcome, but the bottom line is I view this as a situation where you kind of do first and clean up the pieces later, right? You're never going to know what the rules need to be for something like this until you enact it and you start to get an idea of the ripple effects that are created by it. And again, it shows you the stakes of college sports recruiting. When you got Dee Bro out there talking to the legislature saying we have to do this. You got Kim Mulkey, who doesn't even necessarily philosophically agree with it, saying we have to do this. It transcends sports, and it is a commentary on just how much we love our college sports. But yeah, make no mistake, it is going to be the Wild West in terms of how this all works. Nobody really has any idea.
And like you said, even if you don't agree with it, some people you just mentioned might not agree with it or are not someone that was going to champion for it to happen, but they know now it is happening. So you have to get on board or you'll be left behind. And I've said for a long time, for me, when I was playing in school, I was just so happy that people had 18 jerseys. I didn't care. I never thought in my mind, oh, I need money from that. But that was a different time. We are in a different time. And so...
Well, influencing also didn't even exist really at that time.
Chill. But unfortunately, you're speaking facts. But
iPhones weren't even around.
But everybody's different. But like I said, the game has changed, and not only could Joe have made money off the number 9 jersey, he would have made a lot of money. You know who else would have made some money? Was the school.
Well,
the school has more. If you throw Burrow on the back of the jersey and it's sold in the store across the street from Tiger Stadium, and he gets a percentage, and you get a percentage, just like the NFL. That's how the NFL works. You would get your jersey check every year, and you get a certain amount. Now, the NFL makes the jersey, they ship the jersey, they sell the jersey, and it had your name on the back with your number. You don't get the full 100%, but you got a portion of it. You could do the same thing in college. That way, everybody makes the revenue.
Now, interestingly, the player that I remember that really called this to the forefront at a time just before people were willing to accept that it needed to happen was Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
So I remember he was salty, rightfully so, about all the money that was being made off of his name, image, and likeness, and Honey Badger, both through the school and through just random people selling Honey Badger shirts. I mean, there are a lot of people who made money off of his labor that he saw no part of whatsoever. So hopefully this avoids things in the future. Now, Emil raised an interesting point. He said this is a lazy way for the schools to get around paying the athletes. I've actually come around to think that this is probably just the best way, because I don't know if I want student athletes being paid out of state coffers. I think that becomes, and make no mistake, I think it is a dual benefit. It also just, the schools are able to be okay, you don't have to then worry about, okay, do we pay the swimming and diving team as much as we pay the men's basketball team? And how does that work? Do we make your revenue base? It takes all of that out of the equation. And then it really just evens the playing field with regular students where, and then it even shuts down arguments well, you're already paid in a scholarship. You shouldn't get paid by the school beyond that. Okay, great. That's fine. They're just going to go benefit off their likeness and the repertoire they built up. So to me, sure, maybe it's a lazy way, but I also think it's the way that just makes the most sense on multiple fronts. So, I mean, I hope that this gets signed.
This conversation is not pay for play. That's a separate conversation, and I hope we're getting that point across. We're not saying that the scholarship and the housing and the food and the scholarship check and all that's not enough for that portion of it. We're not saying give them a salary. That is not what this is. But if you have a market for your likeness, you should be able to go out there and make money.
Yeah.
If people are interested in having you promote their product, promote their business, or interested enough to go to your camp and have you instruct their child, then yes, you absolutely should. There's no reason that someone should not, if they're funny and they have a YouTube channel and it's a really good content, that they should not be able to monetize that.
Yeah.
It is completely different than saying, all right, T-Bob, if you sign with LSU, we're going to give you 4 years, $200,000.
Yeah.
That's not what this is.
Yeah.
It's not pay for play because scholarship, yes, it is. That is enough. That is enough for what you're doing on the field. But outside of the field, if you have the opportunity, you should be able to go make some money.
Well, and then hopefully, I think it also kind of balances out because a lot of the reason why you would have that profile to get paid on would probably be because of your sport and the exposure you're getting through the school. So even if you're someone out there and says, well, when you look at the money being made, a scholarship is not enough. Well, now you could also argue, if you wanted to argue that it is enough, you're like, well, they're getting the scholarship and they're getting the exposure that then leads to this other money, right? So it's, I think it makes a lot of sense how it works out. I think the devil's in the details. There's going to be a lot of awkwardness, a lot of scandal to overcome in the short term, probably. But I think it's just what has to happen. That's what I said. It's inevitable at this point. The conversation is no longer about whether it will or won't.
All right, before we go to break, from Daniel inside the chat, can you imagine how many small foam fingers with T-Bob's number on it he could sell if this existed back then? Oh, my God. It's a great point. I don't even know if his foam finger would fit on my hand.
I wouldn't be working here. That's for damn sure.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I meant to actually tell you as soon as it happened. So
my tiny hand.
We had it's actually the opposite. It's actually someone with grown man hands. So we were trying to get into the pool in our neighborhood, and it's a fingerprint deal, and it kept getting rejected.
The thumb was too fat.
My thumb was too fat.
Wow.
Had to go with the pointer finger because it would not recognize the thumb. I said, man, if I was only T-Bob, I could put my whole hand on this thing.
Wait, hold on. So they have your thumb logged in and your
no, the thumb wouldn't read.
Yeah, but it also has it has all 5 fingerprints.
No, I had to switch to go to the pointer finger.
To get where?
To get into the pool in our neighborhood.
Can't hide money, boys. I mean, finger scanner get into the pool. Damn.
Well, if I couldn't hide money, it'd be in my backyard. I had a pool in my own yard.
Yeah, I just reversed it on you like that. You like that?
But then I just told you a fact. If I had that money, it'd be in my backyard.
Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood though, son. I got look. Not to brag, I have a gate code on the neighborhood pool as well. So your boy's doing okay.
But you brought the can't hide money. Then you brought up the fact that you can do the same thing.
Now with a fingerprint scanner. That's like CSI. Mine's just like you pushing the buttons. In fact, we just upgraded to digital. It was like analog last year.
They're both digital.
Well, not fully digital. Still buttons that you're pressing.
Well, they're still digital,
but at least it's actually electronic now. All right.
I really want a foam finger.
Okay, here I know a tiny like a big palm with like tiny.
With you snapping the ball.
Oh, it'd be so good, dude. Merch. OTB merch. There you go, boys.
It might be something on that front side.
Yeah, hopefully soon. I mean, look, Keith raises a very good point here. What keeps a booster from hiring a 5-star like $1 million to advertise? I don't know, right? Eventually, the NCAA is gonna have to get off their ass and get involved in some regulatory sense. So I think that is what this is doing, is just gonna force that issue. There is the idea that compliance would review all of these contracts.
Yes.
And so those are where you're going to have to figure out.
It's like summer jobs we all used to have. Like you had to show, here's the work you're doing, here's how much I'm getting paid, because a lot of people feared that would be the same situation.
Yeah, dude, I had a summer job where I actually had to work, though. It sucks.
No, and everybody does. Well, unless you're Rhett Bomar.
Rhett
Bomar, Oklahoma?
I don't know. Well, I'm going to say allegedly on that front. Maybe everybody has to show up at a place.
Okay, yeah, you have to show up, yes.
I don't know that everybody has to work necessarily. I don't agree with this, though. Emil says college sports are about to get a lot more slimy. It's already slimy.
Yeah, it is.
It's been slimy.
It's double dare out there.
Money is like water. It finds a way, the path of least resistance. Like it will make its way into whatever it wants to. And so a lot of times the best path is to just codify it a bit more and see if you can maintain a little more control over it. All right, let's go to break. And when we get back, we got to break down this Slam Diego video. I need somebody to answer this question. This question right here. Why would Aaron Rodgers want to go to any of the teams that were on his preferred destination list over the New Orleans Saints? Because somebody asked me this when I was schmoozing and boozing last night, and I could not come up with a good answer. So we'll break it down next here on Off the Bench. Go to DonaldsvilleGlassandBody.com, DonaldsvilleGlassandBody.com, DGBAuto.com as well. If you get in an accident, remember, the police cannot tell you who gets a tow. The insurance company cannot tell you where to go. The answer to both is Donaldson Glass and Body, because they got the best body repair shop in the state. Put that on anything. But even if it's just like an oil change, tires, wheels, brakes, they do inspection stickers. So anything that you need, DG&B can do it for your vehicle. And how about this? You break down at work in your driveway, somewhere you can't move the car, they'll tow it, fix it, drop it back off to you. The towing in that, completely free.
ST just mentioned they literally can do anything that your vehicle needs. Like, we know that, and they're going to do it better than anyone else. Also, something that I love about DGB is they're going to be transparent throughout the entire process. And also, if you want to get in contact with them, you can go to the website, DonaldsonvilleGlassandBody.com, and you can actually submit a form, and they'll text you right on your phone. So whatever you've got, they'll answer it right there. Transparency, customer service, that's what you're going to get at Donaldsonville Glass and Body, DonaldsonvilleGlassandBody.com.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or Smoke'emBR.com. That's Smoke'emBR.com.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help, and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and affordable for everyone. Thanks for coming along.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Sports wouldn't be the same without the die-hard fans. That's why we're highlighting the fans that do the most. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge brings you the Citizens Bank Fan of the Week. Check it out at 104.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
I don't really
people are cracking a lot of good jokes on me in the chat today. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Somebody, Champ asked me if I ever got any money. I did get one $20 handshake one time.
Did you?
And it was awesome.
I didn't get. Literally,
it was the best flat of beer I ever had. But then Champ shot back saying, "Well, did they ask for change after watching you play?" That's just
whoa.
It was only $20.
Like literally, never was even put in a situation to have to say no or accept it. Like, look, I know that 2-star fullbacks aren't exactly who they're targeting.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't
Nothing.
think
In
we're breaking
fact,
the rules
like,
for that.
in fact, the best game I ever had, I got a ticket right after it. And the guy's like, "Oh, you did, dude? What a game!" It's like telling me all about it. He's He's writing on the ticket, and I'm like, "I'm getting out of this." And he hands me the ticket.
I used to be so scared of tickets and hope that I could get out of it. I did actually work one time where, when I was driving to Louisiana, I would put on the championship rings. When I would cross over to Alabama, I would take them off and then put them back on eventually in more friendly states. It got me out of one ticket one time.
You put your
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't know how much I like that.
Why?
I don't know.
You,
I can't imagine
you made your life off of the number 18. How could
imagine,
you? What? Like what?
I did a couple other things, but I can't imagine you wearing like that. I don't know. Just for you.
Well, it's too big. It's too big.
Yeah,
for sure. Which is awkward.
That's just not your style. That's
no,
more what
not
I'm
at all.
saying.
Not at all. But what is it? Circumstance makes strange bedfellows.
Sure.
You had to get to the airport. I wanted to go home. Didn't want to miss that flight. Throw them things on. Let them jangle a little bit.
Full disclosure, I actually was city marshal in Shreveport. I had like a badge and an ID and the whole thing because I did some community service for them.
Okay.
That got you out of a lot of tickets.
Yeah. Wait, so you had a badge,
yeah.
But okay.
Yeah.
So take me through this process though. You're not like.
No.
Flashing the badge. How are you getting it across that you did
your
that?
license is underneath the badge.
Oh,
so you don't bring it up.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
No, you're just like, let me get my license real quick. It got me out of a couple of tickets.
See anything?
Now you'll still get some tickets too. Like, okay, I don't care, you're speeding.
So it's not like a stolen valor situation where they're like, why do you have that? Why do you have that?
No, I mean, I earned like I did things for them.
I did community service with the police.
Yours was mandated. Mine was not.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Where's my badge? I rode around for many, many hours. Shout out Captain Rouge, my guy, taught me a lot. No, Nyquilus, I will not be visiting clients at Angola after the show. Is it about good behavior? Yeah, y'all are.
You have so many different looks.
So
today.
many different looks.
Like,
What a dynamic
the hard
outfit.
tuck without a belt
Yeah, you like
is
that?
aggressive.
You like that? Huh?
Where's your belt?
I don't like belts.
Why are you tucked in then?
Because I like tucking in. Is that a paradox?
I think so.
Do those things not work together?
I think so.
I guess not. I probably need new belts. I'm just getting so skinny, bro. You know how it is. All right, let's go to the video machine once again. As this video made the rounds yesterday. Either Danny or Mario sent it in the chat, I believe, originally. But it is Slam Diego. It's a San Diego Padres fan knocking a dude stone cold out in the stands. There's two angles on it. I only linked one angle. Dan, I know you're good at ferreting out the other. Maybe you can. I think Portnoy's Twitter might have had the other angle. But the question that was asked on Twitter last night, is it a cheap shot? And that's the question I want to explore because, well, I'll give you my answer after the video. Let's go ahead and play the video first. No cursing on the video, right? Okay, yeah, we're good to go. All right, cool. Okay, cool. So play the video here. A Padres-Rockies game. Nick Underhill walks up to this dude and just smokes him in the face. Who was it that called him Nick Underhill in the chat yesterday? That's you, Mario?
Mario.
Weekly New Orleans Saints updates with Nick Underhill on OTB are brought to you by former LSU Tiger and attorney Chris Perrette.
Okay, so here's the deal. And the other angle shows this clearly. The Padres fan is walking up on him. The dude stands up and kind of puts his hands up. Like, the party that gets knocked out is obviously not trying to fight, right?
Oh my!
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Glasses fly like
yeah.
the stadium.
Maybe we can stop playing because I don't want like people to get mad about us just playing on repeat.
His body just goes limp.
I mean, right? He's knocked stone cold out. It's a crazy punch. But the guy who gets knocked out is kind of like, first off, he's sitting down at first, and then he stands up and he's kind of like hands up, like whoa, like he clearly was not ready to throw punches. Now, the debate that started taking place in my mentions, because I said I thought it was a cheap shot, right? Like, if both parties aren't willing to throw punches, I feel like that's a cheap shot. Is there something that you can say that justifies being punched without you being willing to punch. So, like, is there something that guy that got knocked out could say that justified what happened? Because in my mind, it's not. Like, words are words. If it's going to come to hands, ideally, I want both parties to be willing to throw hands.
There's nothing you could say to me or about me that situation, like maybe my wife or any of my boys, like you could say something about them and maybe just for a split second you get triggered, and it just all hell breaks loose. But not for me. But also, if someone's charging me like that, the let me find out if my hand's up stops him, that wouldn't be my mentality either. I mean, you got to defend yourself, but I feel bad for the guy because he didn't want any of it. And the guy from San Diego just literally is on a beeline straight to him.
I mean, and that's a heavy hand that landed right there. Desmond Dunn says, not a cheap shot. Spencer P says, that's what happens when you don't see the punch coming. Patrick Vine says, that is a cheap shot. So, I mean, let's go around the room. I think it is. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I agree. It's a cheap shot. He probably should have prepped a little bit better because he knew the guy was coming with bad intentions. But that still doesn't
he was stalking up there with bad intentions. But still, there's a lot of hold me back in this world. Not a lot of people are thinking you're going to go straight from, whack. Like, I mean, he brought it from the hip. And also, his boy was just wrestling the dude afterwards. Somebody's got to jump in and get a little more aggressive.
All right, we got to stop showing.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a cheap shot because you literally had a good 5 seconds of knowing he was coming. Like a cheap shot to me is someone that cold cocks you from the side, like when he's not even involved in the fight. It's between two other people.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. Like I hate that stuff.
Okay.
Now, do I agree with it? No, but it wasn't a cheap shot. He knew he was coming.
So a lot of people are agreeing in the chat right now that because he walked up on him, he kind of knew he was coming. I still,
He also loaded it. I mean, but your boys. Why are we wrestling? What are we doing here?
What
are
are
we
the friends
wrestling?
doing?
I'm
That's
not
what
wrestling
I'm
anyone.
Like at that point, gloves are off. It's like you have to stick up for your friend, and they didn't do the best job. What the hell did he say?
Yeah.
Did he make like a joke about a player? Was it like
something?
Padre suck. I mean,
it had to be something obviously crazy. Like Bilbo points out, like something was said for the phones to be out as well. Like there was something before this that we have not seen.
Yeah, and who knows? But I'm just saying, like, what could you say that would make you that angry? I'm not the best to answer this because it's just not in my personality type to walk up and like.
I could think of a few things, but not in this specific scenario.
So what would trigger you? Like family stuff?
I don't know
comments
me
like
in particular, but obviously if it was a different race and he said some racial stuff. But again, in this scenario, I don't think that applies. But there is such thing as fighting words. I mean,
that's true. Them fighting words. It's well said, Mario.
Nick just wanted them to sign up on his site. North
South football. Wow. Yeah, bring in the content. Straight to your face.
If you're watching this in San Diego, tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about this Padres fan.
Decade says, T-Bob, I need to tell you, hey, I'm about to hit you. No, I mean, I guess it's not like that. It just didn't seem like the other guy was willing to throw hands at all. But to be fair, it wasn't from the side or anything, so. Jeez, what a horrible day at the park, though.
Yeah, can I just say
Ricky, real quick. He said he must have said Tony Gwynn is totally overrated. That will trigger Padre fans.
Was it Tatis Jr.? That's Padres, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe he said something about then. He's like, hey, San Diego's not even good at hitting home runs. What?
They're not Slam Diego.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. What were you saying, Mario?
As you guys know, I got to work at a lot of these sporting events, and sometimes as a broadcaster, I say I miss being in the stands. I miss being a part of the fans, but stuff like this makes me not miss it. If you're in public, you're at a sporting event, act like an adult, man. There's no reason.
Yeah, I agree with Spencer.
Have y'all ever been to a Dodgers game? I'm not trying to be funny. Have you ever been to a Dodgers game in the outfield?
Danny, surely you've been. You wear a Dodgers hat every day.
Yeah. I heard Oakland games are brutal.
Yeah, Oakland's Oakland.
Well, I mean, San Fran and the Niners Raiders games have had multiple stabbings in their series history.
So we went when we drove up from San Diego. The Braves were in town playing the Dodgers, and we were trying to figure out where we wanted to sit. And we had been there a couple of times. I was like, hey, let's go to right field. They got all you can eat hot dogs. Like, sign me up, Dodger dogs. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Right field keeps it real. There was at least 7 fights in right field, most of them between two Dodger fans.
I feel like, look, man, it's part and parcel with the all-you-can-eat dogs, right? I mean, if that's a deal you're going for, you're going to attract the
was
people
great.
that
It was-
love to go and get hammered at the park.
It was dinner and a
And,
show.
yeah, no, I love it. Like I would be among that number. I just don't think I'd be fighting. I do agree with Spencer where he's like, if you're an adult at a public venue during the day, you probably aren't expecting the full right hook. Like even if a guy's walking up on me like that, I'm not.
You're expecting like a
one
push
to-
probably at the
Yes.
beginning.
Yes, absolutely. Or like a getting in my face and jawing. But old boy was.
Hey,
he had different intentions.
He lives by the Tommy Moffat. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
You got to keep that head on a swivel, right? I mean, damn.
Oh, gosh, that was oof.
That's
not good.
No. So okay, so it seems like we haven't really gotten a solid answer on cheap shot or not. It's a bit of a mixed bag. All right, when we get back, more OTB coming up next. Let's talk St. Aaron Rodgers. Let's have that conversation here on Off the Bench. Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552 is the number. Any plumbing issues that you've had or have, you want to call Central Plumbing. They're licensed, bond, insured. They've got a huge fleet, so they can get somebody out there immediately. They fix your problems. You don't lift a finger. And again, I don't care if you got like an old house, new house. They've been at it for almost 50 years, which means they've seen it all. They can fix it all.
The fleet is always ready, as you see on the video here. Like as many vehicles as they have, no matter what you've got, they're going to be there right away, residential or commercial, 24/7 emergency services as well. Now, obviously, it can be in between business hours, so you can set up an appointment and all those things, but don't forget, if that emergency happens, they'll be out there. They will fix it extremely fast. They've done it for me. They've done it for T-Bob multiple times. 225-925-8552 is the number, T.
Yeah, that's right. 225-925-8552. Keep the jokes coming and keep coming to centralplumbing.org.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with a certified pre-owned vehicle.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I'm Jay Ducote. I grew up learning how to cook at LSU tailgate parties and right in my own backyard. And I created JD's Louisiana products to bring that Louisiana flavor to you at home for your backyard cookout. JD's Louisiana barbecue sauce, Louisiana molasses mustard, spicy and sweet barbecue rub, and more are available at your local supermarkets or by logging on to jdacody.com/shop. Put in promo code CST for 25%.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Desmond Dunn says, I'm just saying, this dude walked up in enemy territory without a friend in sight, with malice on his mind and body language. He accomplished his mission. Hats off. And then he goes on to say, I'm from the hood. You walk towards me like that, I'm in throwing position. I'm likely throwing first once you pop my bubble. It's like
he
like
woke up.
range.
He woke up with violence on his mind. And let me tell you something.
He did do it solo too. He walked into enemy territory.
He did.
Solo.
He had a mission. He knew what he had to do, and he's right. Like, if you're walking like that, and I'm the guy sitting down, I know what's coming. There's no walk that looks like that where he's going to come put his finger on my chest.
We got more jokes rolling in. Yeah, no, I mean, he probably, the old boy should have been ready.
If he got up and up, like, the video's better if he would have gotten up out of his chair and thrown him a sweet uppercut.
Spencer P says, T-Bob with the best man at a destination wedding in Florida who's there for the ladies' look. Don't hate it, but you got to belt it up. Okay, that's fair. A white belt would go. Shoes right
Bubba
there.
Watson, a white belt?
Not a white belt, but I got the light shoes on. So maybe like a tan belt or something along those lines. Aren't you supposed to match shoes?
You going like a braided belt? You going one size fits all?
Oh man, braided belt. Well, I don't know about that. It's been a long time since that. All right, let's talk Saints. Aaron Rodgers. So the question that was asked me at the thing last night: why would Aaron Rodgers want to go to these other places and not New Orleans? And it's an interesting question because what was the preferred list? It was Oakland, Denver,
and San Fran.
San Fran
drafts Trey Lance. They got Jimmy G. That's out.
Yes. Now, San Fran made a ton of sense, though, because they probably have they have the best roster out of all those teams, New Orleans included. So that makes a ton of sense. And also, San Francisco's big money. If you have money, is he from?
Yeah, from the Bay Area.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. So that makes sense on multiple fronts. Vegas. I mean, from a roster standpoint, the Raiders definitely aren't bad. I don't know that I think that they're anything special though, Jake. I don't really feel like they're a Derek Carr to Aaron Rodgers away from becoming like a Super Bowl team.
Right.
But then there is the allure of Vegas. Yeah, that is interesting. The stadium looks badass. Who wouldn't want to play with the 11,000 square foot nightclub there in the corner? But like Vegas, I think
literally can't enjoy that at all. But yes. Continue.
Well, okay, and so you're right. So let's frame this conversation as who gives you the best chance to win a Super Bowl. San Francisco would be number one in my book if you would go there, even more than San Fran.
I think Denver.
You think Denver has a better roster than San Francisco?
I think Denver with
just made a Super Bowl with Garoppolo.
I think Denver with Aaron Rodgers is a game changer.
What about San Fran? So not even more so than San Fran with Aaron Rodgers. That blows my mind.
I think Denver with Aaron Rodgers, you have two nice running backs. You've got Cortland Sutton at receiver, KJ Hamler, Jerry Jeudy. You just draft Seth Williams. You have Tim Patrick, who's a very underrated player. Noah Fant is your tight end. And you've got a really good defense as well.
Did you mention Melvin Gordon?
Yeah. Well, I said two running backs. He's one of the running backs that is in that conversation. You've got a nice offensive line, and your defense is really good. Now,
San Francisco. I mean, dude, that D-line fully healthy?
Some of those guys have had, not boasted, but some of those guys have had a history now of injuries. That would make me a little nervous. Now, the conversation is, do you think the AFC West or the NFC West is a more difficult division? Because I think it's the NFC West being more difficult with Seattle and LA and Arizona all being pretty good football teams. Now, we don't know what the Raiders are going to be. The Chargers are the Chargers, so they could be 10-7, they could be 7-10, and none of us would blink an eye because they're just not consistent. We know that. The Chiefs are the Chiefs now.
It's true. NFC West is tougher, over top to bottom. But yeah, you're probably not you struggle to beat the Chiefs to win the division, but It would be like a Tampa-New Orleans setup last year where you would probably be set up for greater success overall in the AFC West. So, okay. So you think that Denver, I mean, when you look at the Saints roster right now, where is Denver significantly better, do you think? Because also I do think, look, from a living
than the Saints,
in a quality of life standpoint, I do think that Denver, for a lot of people, would hold advantages over New Orleans. I know we love New Orleans.
Yeah, it's like my favorite city.
Yeah, for sure. But like, Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers,
I don't know.
I think would. No, there used to be a hipness to New Orleans. I just feel like a bit of it is worn off over the last few years for some reason. I'm not sure why. Like back in 2013 when all these movies were being made here and everything, the city had a lot of juice. I wonder if it can get a similar sort of juice injection coming up soon.
When you look at the rosters, I think the Saints, roster has got some nice pieces to it. But I don't know why I don't think that that's even a possibility for Aaron Rodgers to end up in New Orleans.
Well, let's just pretend like it is. Like because I have no idea. I still think he stays
The
in Green
one
Bay.
position group I think that Denver's better is receiver.
Okay.
I think they have better overall talent. That they don't have a Mike Thomas.
Yeah.
I think they have a better overall talent pool to choose from, and include Noah Fant in that as your tight end.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're talking about just receiving options. I mean, Tim Patrick, and people are probably like, who in the hell is Tim Patrick Hester's talking about? He had 51 catches for 742 and 6 touchdowns last year. You know what I'm saying? So, there's some guys on that roster, and, of course, everybody knows
that's a bad quarterback play.
And Cortland, that's with a receiver playing quarterback
at
one game. Cortland Sutton was a guy that has the talent. Now, he's been injured. Everybody knows who Jerry Jeudy is. KJ Hamler is a guy that's got a unique skill set. He was a second-round pick. He had around 400 yards receiving. He's kind of your scat 5'9", 175-pound receiver. So they've kind of got different guys that can do different things with different skill sets. So that would be the one position I would say they have an advantage there. If Aaron Rodgers ended up in New Orleans, would everybody's game elevate is the question.
How do you think the NFC South? Well, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I think he would get the most out of Callaway and Deontay Harris and Traquan Smith and everybody else. But how do you think the NFC South, the attractiveness there compared to going to like the NFC West or the AFC West would be? Because you have the Tom factor, but like you're not terribly intimidated if you're Aaron Rodgers by the Falcons or the Panthers, right?
What mentality does he have, right? Does he want to go to the same division as Tom Brady? Does he want to replace the legend, right? Because there's some people, T, and you know this, there's some people that would run so far away from that situation and would never even consider it. Now, there's some that would thrive in that situation. And
I mean, it would be...
like Tom Brady didn't replace a legend, but he went to the same division
as
Drew
He did replace
Brees.
a legend, a Florida legend, national champion Jameis Winston. So continue.
No, I mean, as you Bubba Watson yourself with that top button yet again.
I'm struggling with this top button. I don't think it's happening. Okay, I'll give up. No, I think I get what you're saying. I wonder what his mentality would be in that regard. I wonder how much that would even factor in. I do know if he did come to New Orleans, the great advantages to me, obviously the offensive line. You're not going to get better protection anywhere. The Saints have really committed there. And the bookend tackles are a beautiful thing. And then, let's explore this question on the other side of the break. How would the coaching factor in the decision? Because on one hand, I could see the egos being a negative thing, but on the other hand, there are very few coaches that are going to set you up better to win from a pure game planning standpoint than the Saints and their staff. We talked to Jeff Duncan about this, so let's explore that next here on OTB. Go to AccuTempBR.com, AccuTempBR.com. Service to the highest degree. I mean degree literally, AC, heating, electrical. You want AccuTemp. Trust me, when you start to work with AccuTemp, you're going to... when me and Jake toured the facilities, we were just blown away. And it's because I've never seen a company that is so committed to their vision, to their philosophy, and to their customers. The reviews online would speak to that, which are so overwhelmingly positive, it's kind of insane. And so, look, don't take my word for it. Next time you have any of these issues pop up, or if you just want to get a checkup on your system, see where you stand, hit up AccuTemp and learn it firsthand.
There's not a review site that you can find that's going to have negative reviews on AccuTemp. It's just not going to happen because every review site, they are beloved. They're beloved by us because we've worked with them. They're beloved by you because you've worked with them. They are the best, and they're the best with what they do and who they send out to your house. AccuTempBR.com is the website.
AccuTemp.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Yo, Jacob Hester here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, the place that can be at your convenience during those inconvenient times. I know they've been that for me. I've got 4 boys, right? So sometimes stitches happen, and they have 6 convenient locations, one close to you to be able to be convenient for you. Remember, you can also check in online. PatientPlusUC.com is the website. That way you skip the line as well. Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, get in and get better.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or Smoke'emBR.com. That's Smoke'emBR.com.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service, HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At front to back, they got not 1, but 2 NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker system sound? Well, guess what? They do that too. So call 225-928-9644.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's going on, y'all? I'm looking for the tweet. But what got all this Aaron Rodgers stuff started is on Twitter, the lead singer of Anberlin, which is a Christian music band, shouted out to Aaron Rodgers and offered backstage passes to a Christian music festival in exchange for coming to the Saints. And Aaron Rodgers liked the tweet. Is he a fan of Christian music or a fan of the Saints? Only time will tell. Jake, do you think the Sean Payton factor would be a positive or negative in getting Rodgers to New Orleans potentially? Double-edged sword.
We just don't know what Aaron Rodgers values because some quarterbacks want to have control. And I've been in both situations. In San Diego, Norv and Phillip had a great relationship. Norv was the head coach. He was also the offensive coordinator, and you couldn't separate those two. They were always talking ball.
Yeah.
When I was in Denver, John Fox was our head coach. John Fox is a defensive guy, right? That's where he made his name as a defensive coordinator. And so, look, we had Mike McCoy, we had Adam Gase, but Peyton was the offensive coordinator, and Peyton probably enjoyed that. You know, so which does he prefer? Does he prefer that relationship with Sean Payton like Drew did, or does he say, you know what, Denver again has a defensive-minded head coach, and maybe Vic Fangio, maybe I want that relationship. I think Pat Shurmur is the offensive coordinator there, and you know I'm going to be pretty much running the show. So it depends on which of those relationship types he values.
I mean, just looking at his history, I think it's probably the latter, right? Because he let you know when he thought McCarthy was starting to be horrible, and he kind of just took the reins himself, and he's let you know that he's not happy with the decision-making of LaFleur last season. So, look, I think he stays in Green Bay, but it's fun to dream, right? What if Aaron Rodgers was the Saints quarterback against the Packers? America's Game of the Week, Week 1. Hour 3 coming up next. Go to RejuveMeMedical.com today. Restore Me, Refuel Me, Rejuve Me. They understand the aging process at Rejuve Me. So I don't care if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. If you don't feel right, you're going to get back to feeling like your best self, how you used to feel. Let Rejuve Me be your guide. And look, maybe it's HRT, maybe it's other things. They will customize a pathway for you based on what your body is telling them. You get your labs drawn, and through that, they make a plan for you to get back to being your best self.
And we want to let you know how many different things they can treat over at Rejuve Me, right? It's not just your testosterone. Obviously, they can do that, but fatigue and insomnia, mood and memory problems, weight gain, facial aging. I mean, they can do it all over there, and everyone has different problems. Go get your blood tested. You'll find something that you might need to get on track. I know I did it, found multiple things. You can do it as well. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Yeah, Jacob Hester, super low T.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other amenities that you get with a certified pre-owned vehicle.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli? I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help, and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and affordable for everyone. Thanks for coming along.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret, the best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Have you been issued a ticket for texting, speeding, or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. on Friday, May 14th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 79. In case you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can now catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Coming up today on OTBOT, FanDuel's Megan Making Money joins the show at 9:30. You can follow today's show on Twitter and Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us live on the 1045 ESPN YouTube channel and interact inside the Bayou Ford chat. Make sure to subscribe and like the videos. OTBOT starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
I'm at blank right now. What's the newest Xbox called? It's maybe the worst part about Xbox has been the naming conventions. There's obviously Xbox. There's Xbox 360. There's Xbox One. What is this one?
S?
No, the S is like the small, affordable version, I think.
Oh, that's what.
Well, because you had Xbox One.
It's Series
then you had
X and
Xbox
Series S.
One
That's what.
X.
Yeah.
It's Series X and Series S.
Yep, he's right.
Trust.
No, I know. I'm saying, wait,
got
no,
him.
that was the old. No, so okay. As if I'm remembering correctly, in the Xbox One era, you eventually got Xbox One Series X, which was the higher end model, and then you got Xbox One Series S, which was the more affordable model. And
It's
now
still the same case, but now that's just what it's called.
I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out how to make this tier list. How we because I mean, you know, at least with PS you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you have the PS4 Pro. I don't think you separate that out. You just put that in. Okay, so the Series X, that's it. Okay, Xbox Series X is the,
That's what we just
the new
said.
big box.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it gets confusing, no, because the Xbox One X was the old Xbox.
You're taking
but
one
the
out.
higher end version. Yeah, so you've taken the one out. So now they're in the Xbox Series X, and then they have the Xbox Series S, like you said, which is the 351. That's all digital, super affordable, but doesn't have like some of the higher end specs of the X. How much was that just going for, by the way, just now?
1,000.
Yeah. $936.99 where I'm looking.
Yeah.
Damn. I know, dude. I sold my PS4 Pro for like $300. I didn't know you could sell an old console for that much money. I sold it to a church.
Did you?
Too. Felt bad about that. But
No, you
shout
didn't.
out to the kids.
You should, like, if you go look at, like, the NCAA game.
You're right. I don't feel bad because people just gave them that
NCAA
money,
14.
and they're not taxed.
NCAA 14 sells for like $180 on eBay.
Yeah.
And
well, there's also that there's a very crazy, I guess, processor shortage going on. So like all electronics are struggling. There's like a ton of car companies that have like apparently fields of cards that are made, but they can't do all the technological stuff they have to because it's just bottleneck due to COVID. So yeah, all production's in a very like it takes time to feel those production bottlenecks, right? And so now we're so far past the beginning of the shutdown that we're starting to feel that. You're feeling a bit in games coming out, like almost everything feels like it's getting delayed out of 2021, even though I heard Resident Evil 8 is a banger. I'm going to maybe check it out this weekend a little bit. We shall see. Resident Evil 4, maybe the greatest game of all time. 5, not so much, but that's fine. You ever mess with 4? You ever mess with Resident RE4?
what do you think?
No, that's fair. That's fair. What video game is your favorite video game of all time?
What do you think?
Mario? Super Mario? Nothing? Not even Super Mario?
Surely somebody in the room.
NCAA? Madden? I was going to say Madden.
No.
FIFA.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was like, surely.
That makes sense.
I love playing FIFA.
So what was the last FIFA you really got into?
I get every year.
Oh, okay. So you played 21 then?
Yeah, I get it every year.
Okay. When's 22 come out?
It was usually September,
In the fall?
In the fall.
August, September.
Yeah.
I haven't played a FIFA in a long time.
FIFA's awesome.
It's a great game. Used to settle
I
a
still
lot
play
of college arguments back
I still
in the day.
play against one of my teammates from the Chargers who, God, he's good.
Who is it?
He went to Cornell. Brian Walters. He's really good.
Smart guy.
Smart. He knows way more than I do about everything.
I hate when I just want to play a casual game of FIFA with the boys and you sit down and the other person has to do like 17 subs and strategy changes. Like, I get it. I get it. Okay, I get it. But I'm just trying to play, dude. I'm just trying to play.
Change formations.
Okay, I'll give you a formation change. Like, if you like a 4-4-2, like 4-4-2 diamond, like whatever, go for it. But when you're getting into like, well, I got to bring this guy off the reserves though, and I get it. If you're playing online, go ahead, maximize that thing. But let's I also prefer a version where we're just like, okay, we're just gonna run it out the box. You're just gonna click 2 teams and then you're gonna press go. I know for the more competitive FIFA players.
Big shout out as well. BB points out Rock Band. That was fantastic. We used to have basically me and my wife Katie, my sister-in-law Becca. We had a band and we did it all the time.
Black hole sun, won't you go?
I mean, so like I'm trying to think. Katie's on the mic. I'm on the guitar. Becca's on the drums. We had a full band.
I'll never forget Alex Russian back in the day at the WCA dorms.
What a name.
He hung the mic from the light.
Oh, yeah.
In
And
the
was a
ceiling,
drummer, too?
And then he was playing the guitar.
Yeah.
So he was playing the guitar and singing on Rock Band. It felt great.
Yeah.
Felt real.
We're the Brew Crew. That was our name.
Talk about a market that got oversaturated immediately, though. Like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, killing it. Peripherals everywhere, plastic everywhere. All of a sudden, everybody completely bounces away. It crashes. And now, ironically, all that stuff is super expensive again.
Oh,
like if you try to buy a Rock Band
if you
guitar,
try to buy like
Guitar
the
Hero
drum set,
yeah,
take out a loan.
Jesse McCormick, Soul Calibur, very underrated fighting game. Fighting game tier list is one that we could definitely explore in the future. I love Injustice.
The Rock Band drum pedal was stiff, Bo.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think
you got
like
a calf workout on it.
Yeah, you could get some. I think they ended up making like some kind of bougie, like nice kits that you could get. That I know that drummers got pretty into. There's this one dude, Alex Navarro, who I love from the Giant Beast Cast video game podcast, and for Extra Life, which is where people do a lot of like 24-hour streams to raise money for charity. He played drums on Rock Band for 24 hours straight. Did not stop. That would be horrible.
Sweet mother of God.
We should do a 24-hour straight Extra Life stream.
No.
The only thing is with that is like the older you get, that ruins like 2 weeks. Like you're done for 2 weeks at that point. I just don't know if I have it in me anymore. Bilbo telling me to get you into Rocket League. You ever played Rocket League? Car soccer?
Yeah.
I love Rocket
Yeah, my boys love it too.
For a while. It was super fun.
I like it.
I like watching professional Rocket League as well. All right, so I guess what kind of got all this started is our tier list is going to be video game consoles. So right now on the list, we have Sega Genesis. And to be clear, early Sega is a huge blind spot for me. So if anybody wants to help us out with this, I don't feel great about it.
You ever played Sonic on like the OG Sega Genesis?
I had a Sega Game Gear that I played Sonic on. I don't really remember playing a Saturn or did it go Sega Genesis then Saturn? We'll have to figure it out. And then obviously Dreamcast, the last Sega console. We got Nintendo,
love Dreamcast,
Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii U, and Switch, PS1 through 5, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. I don't know if I want to get into like Atari and Jaguar and like some of those earlier consoles because I do kind of feel like there's a dividing line between a lot of the like the Atari 22. Like, it felt like,
what is that?
It's like just one of those like old. It was super expensive back in the day. It was around the Atari 2600 time. So I'm thinking like Nintendo, original Nintendo is going to be our starting point. And then I think we maybe stick with the big dogs unless we want to include like some of the kind of failures therein. There was of course like the Ouya, which was horrible, never took off. Do you remember the N-Gage?
I do remember the
cell phone that was supposed to play video games as well. That was pretty bad. So I'm thinking that's where Brian Burgess saying Atari is S. That's what started it all. No, look, I got respect for Atari. I absolutely do. I'm just saying that I don't think it just doesn't work in kind of the modern console conversation.
And you can't hate on N64 because your hands couldn't handle the remote either.
I love N64. I think the controller was designed by a schizophrenic, but I love N64. I mean,
NFL
the person who designed the N64 controller is like, do humans have 3 hands? I don't know. I mean, let's just see. Let's try it out. But I mean, credit to them. They're designing for 3D game space before we really knew what it was. That's how you end up with one analog stick on, in 3D worlds, and all of a sudden it becomes weird when you're like controlling your Mario 64 camera buttons with the C buttons. I mean, look at this thing. Where do you put your hands? Like when I played WCW NWO Revenge, it was D-pad and buttons. For a lot of games, you're putting your left hand here in the middle and then your right hand on the buttons. So
and you're
very odd. Z trigger in the back. Bumpers. Look, if nothing else, Nintendo's always been down to take chances. It does not always hit, but they've always been down to take chances.
Are we throwing Game Boy in here as well?
No, I think handhelds is a different list because there's a lot of great handhelds to go around. Now, Switch obviously exists.
Switch.
Yeah, that exists in a weird in-between space, but that is still Nintendo's main console right now. So maybe we could even put Switch on the handheld list, but it definitely stays here.
Pair it to the TV.
Yes. All you do is slide it in the dock, and you're good to go. It would be crazy if you had grown up, and I guess I got a lot of this because I grew up kind of playing Nintendo first and then Super Nintendo stuff, but it would be crazy to grow up playing Atari or Pong or something and then now see where you are, where it's just completely
and you play Madden? I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, even like the third tight end on the Chiefs looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing to me.
Yeah. It's, I wonder how this NIL stuff's going to factor in with the new NCAA. If they'll do player face scans, if they try to avoid all that. I don't know, because that would be some massive money that you would have to give up to get it. Like the NFL, you're talking about 53 guys on 32 teams. Like, you can wrap your head around that. I don't know how you wrap your head around on licensing players' likeness for the entirety of in the NCAA. And then you've already got some schools that are saying they're like pulling out of it, right?
Yeah.
Lame.
I believe Tulane's one of them.
Freaking Tulane making the tournament when they don't deserve it. Oh, uppity Nola tie. No, I'm just kidding. I actually like Tulane. I've had some good times.
Hunt was pretty passionate about it.
Hunt was, dude. Hunt will fight you if you're Tulane. He will slam Diego you.
He's pretty passive. I don't know about that.
Verbally, if
yes.
He will verbally slam Diego you if you come at him with that Tulane smoke. All right, next. Let's dive in. OTBOT tier list. Okay, hold on. Really. Are we missing a console there? Let me know in the chat. I feel like we hit all the majors. It's the big four companies. We'll rank them next here in OTB. Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. Used vehicles. There's nowhere better to go than a Toyota certified used vehicle. Get that warranty, right? So you don't have to pay for any repairs even though it's used. They take care of all the checkups and everything for you. And then again, if you want to rent, All-Star Toyota is way cheaper than traditional rental companies, and it's got a way better selection, and it gives you and your family exactly what you need.
And that Toyota is going to hold its value, right? If you buy that new vehicle, don't worry. When you decide to get a new Toyota, remember that vehicle is going to hold its value. They're going to make sure you get top dollar there. They have so many vehicles to choose from, as well as we tell you every single day. They can meet your needs. It doesn't really matter what you need. Like, whatever you're thinking in your head right now, they've got it, and they probably got multiple of them over at All-Star Toyota. Check them out online, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
All-Star Toyota.
Baton Rouge?
Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Have you been issued a ticket for texting, speeding, or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back, OTB OT. We got Megan making money coming up at 9:30. Going to give you some picks for the weekend. PCs are not on our video game list. It's just a PC. It's just different. It's just it's not. It's not a gaming console, right? So this is a console list. Danny, do we have anything visually ready to go here? It's not a big deal if not, because it's all come together very last minute.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay, all good. Take your time, bro. Okay, go around the room. S tier console. Each person gets one. And I don't know, we may have to take somebody out in the end, but we'll just start there. Each person getting one. I'm nominating Xbox 360 as my S tier console. I have my most positive memories on there. I probably beat the most games on there. I definitely played the most Call of Duty I ever played in my life there. Gears of War is one of my favorite games of all time, 1 through 3. I think 3 is perfection, but 1, there's some of my best high school memories ever. So, I mean, look, and obviously a lot of this list is going to be tinged with a bit of nostalgia. But that's just what the science dictates. So 360 is my S.
I'm going to go N64. I know that you don't like the controller, but for someone with adult hands, it was perfect. I could move across. It was very, very easy. GoldenEye 007 was probably my favorite game growing up. It also had its version of King Griffey Jr. Baseball. Wave Runner was on that as well. N64 to me changed the game. Having a first-person shooter game. I mean,
that was, nobody on console. People play Doom and Quake and stuff were already things obviously on PC, but yeah, for most on console, GoldenEye was the first time where it was you and the fellas split screening at sleepovers and getting in heated arguments over, and then Odd Job getting banned because he's too short and everything. I remember loving License to Kill mode where any one hit would kill. Yeah. So even a karate chop, right? And just GoldenEye was way ahead of its time. Fantastic game. Even though now playing a single analog stick first-person shooter sounds insane. It sounds horrible. How did we ever do that back?
It's all we had. It's all we knew.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Okay, yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to fight N64 in the S. I love in 64. Wave Race was a banger as well, like you said. And dude, in King Griffey Jr. Slugfest, for some reason, it was Edgar Martinez. Because I played with the Mariners a lot, but it was his strike zone that stood out to me. It was just like all red. Like you couldn't throw anywhere that Edgar wasn't going to stroke. What about you, Mario? What's your S tier console?
I'm going to go PS2, I think. I remember playing the ESPN football game on PS2. That was a great game. And they had several great games. And also the nostalgia is strong there. So I'm going to go PlayStation 2 in the S tier.
Final Fantasy love on that PS2? I mean, that was like the time when I feel like FF was at its biggest. Even though 7 was PS1, but like 10 was PS2. But I mean, PS2 for the longest time was the best-selling console of all time.
And the intro was cool.
I don't know if that's still the case. Yes.
Intro was cool.
Yes.
With the clouds.
And it was a DVD player at the time, which was like, whoa. Dude.
Yeah. Back then,
it was like
that was
when
cool.
DVDs were, like DVD players were expensive. You're like, what? I can get a DVD player and a game console? Are you kidding me?
Unless you got the Screen of Death and PS2.
Well, did that happen? That was definitely a 360 problem.
Yeah,
The Red
it
Ring
was
of
also
Death
PS2.
was. Oh, really? Yeah, people did roll through a lot of PS2s. By the end of the PS2 life cycle, too, they made that mini that was like this big and could fit your
Xbox 360 to play HD DVDs, which never took off.
No, dude, you had
it
to
wasn't
buy that
Blu-ray. You had to
attachment.
buy the attachment. I actually had the attachment, and then like HD DVDs like completely just went away. I think
Because
I actually might still have the piece.
It was Blu-ray versus HD DVD, and Sony had thrown their lot in with Blu-ray. PS3 was Blu-ray. 360 was HD DVDs, and I remember I bought Planet Earth on HD DVD, and I was like, this is about to blow my mind. And then I never found another reason to watch another HD DVD.
I mean, they went away. I mean, it felt like it was less than a year.
Okay, so Mario, you went with PS2. Danny, what's your S tier console?
Yeah, I agree with Mario. PS2 would be my vote for S tier.
Okay.
If I were to get another one, it'd probably be the original Xbox.
For S?
No.
I know this is low, but I have original Xbox in the D. It's not. It's probably not a D. And we're talking about big controllers, though. It's not the N64. It's the Duke.
It was thick with a couple of C's.
I mean, my tiny hand struggled with the Duke. Absolutely.
The only reason I like Xbox is because of Halo.
Yes.
Halo 2.
Halo had a similar GoldenEye effect, where as much as I love GoldenEye, I don't know that I revisited a competitive first-person shooter until Halo came out on Xbox. And that's when I was like, whoa, dude, this is... I mean, yeah, playing like all rockets, all shotties, playing split screen, and then yelling at your friend for screen watching, Blood Gulch, sniping, tanks, everything. Halo was just so beautiful back in the day. So, okay, so original Xbox for Halo alone probably goes above D tier. If we were to go to the opposite and nominate a console for D tier,
GameCube.
GameCube is Tampa Bay helmet from last week.
You're gonna trigger the GameCube fanatics. There are a lot who do not like GameCube, but the people that do like GameCube love GameCube. Mario, that's you, right?
Yes, I still play Super Monkey Ball to this day.
Wow, I'm guessing you're are you a Smash fan? Because it seems like the game that people cannot let go of is Melee.
Just like Halo,
GameCube.
just like Halo was for Xbox, I think Super Smash Bros is for GameCube. People still play that too.
So does that rise it above the D? I
It's
mean,
definitely
somebody's
not.
got to go in the D. Where
Definitely
do
not D.
these Sega consoles fall? I mean, okay, a definite D would be the Wii U.
Yeah.
It was a horrible miss on every front. It really had nothing memorable. You don't even remember the Wii U from this quizzical look that you're giving me. They made the Wii, the Wii U, and then they found their way to the Switch, which obviously ended up being a huge success. Look, I got a PS5. I would put PS5 in the D right now. There's just not any games for it. There's just now, like I said, maybe RE8 changes that, but I'm not in love with that. We got to have some Ds in here. Where do y'all rank Dreamcast? Another one that's kind of nostalgic.
I love
and
Dreamcast.
I love some games.
The football.
Dude, NFL 2K. That's where I got to start. Randy Moss on the cover. Finally a competitor to Madden. I remember being blown away by those graphics back in the day. I love that Sonic game. Christmas Day, opening up and playing Sonic Adventure and having the giant whale chasing me and the memory card with like the mini games, and you had basically a little Tamagotchi in there. I was into it. But it's probably a C, right?
Yeah.
Or does it get forced down to D? Because we got to have some Ds. I mean, tough decisions have to be made. What about? I agree with Dylan Chapman as well. Xbox One would end up in the D. Also, I think Xbox is doing really interesting things with Series X and Game Pass and everything. But like,
Yeah, I do love Game Pass.
Game Pass is crazy, dude. It's an insane value proposition. I guess if you don't know out there, what Xbox has done now is they're really trying to become the kind of Netflix of games where if you pay for Xbox Live now, you get Game Pass and you have access to what? I mean, hundreds?
Ton of games.
Yeah,
and it's like newer games. Like once the shine wears off a little bit, it goes into Game Pass and you can just download the game and play it for months until they take it away.
Yeah, Xbox just bought Bethesda, which is like Elder Scrolls and all that. They just bought Bethesda for $8 billion. $8 billion, which is insane. And so now those games are going on there. I think it was Bethesda. I'll have to double check. I could be getting my companies confused.
I don't have the Xbox One that y'all have. I don't have it.
Well, it just didn't work. Like I was a huge 360 fan, and then when it came to upgrade, I waited like a year to upgrade, and Xbox just didn't work at the time. And that's why they did their whole CEO change. They got this new vision, and it seems like it's moving in a way better direction now. But I would have no problem putting that. And now Fire Handy's saying Xbox One Series X, the new one, A tier, chance for S. So maybe so. We'll see. All right. What about Super Nintendo?
I put Super Nintendo high just because Biggie Smalls rapped about it. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, Super Nintendo was fantastic.
Yeah, like an A.
It felt like a game changer.
I think, yes, it was a game changer. I agree.
And then
and the games still hold up. I got that SNES Mini a couple
They
years
do hold
ago.
them. They still got to blow in the game and then put it back in and then try to put it in just right to make sure it works, but they still work. Like King Griffey Jr. Baseball on Super Nintendo, I did not play a game more than I played that one in my lifetime. And it didn't even have the likeness. Remember, it was only King Griffey and everyone else.
Yes. I won multiple World Series. I know I've said a lot on air, so I apologize. But I won a bunch of World Series with the Marlins, and I will never forget the cleanup guy's name because it was Sluggo Steel. And he used to just crank home runs. And that's the most macho name you could ever have.
Josh Booty was on the Marlins, number 10. Josh Booty, third baseman.
But it wasn't Josh Booty. Yeah, unfortunately. Lynn Darensberg says, I'm 70 years old. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I know. You catch us on Monday. We'll be back then. We got gambling coming up next, Lynn, if you're into that. Yeah, I mean, another great point.
F-Zero.
Speaking of Game Pass, I mean, did y'all hear about the show? The show is made by Sony. It's always been a Sony exclusive. But I think it's like made by Sony, maybe produced or distributed by the MLB. Right. Well, this is the year where the MLB decided they want to take it to multiple consoles. But now, in a game that is made by Sony, you could play it for free day one on Xbox. But if you were a PlayStation owner, you had to pay for it. That's weird. Sony cannot be too happy about that. F-Zero on Super Nintendo, very fun. I played it recently on that SNES Mini. Link to the Past holds up. Super Mario World, incredible game. All right, so we'll get these visuals up. We'll start to rank them. Some people are going to get forced down to the D. It's going to be tough. We'll see where it goes. Megan making money coming up next, giving you those money-making picks next here on OTB. GEAUXroof.com, GoRoof.com is what that spells. 927-8300, 927-8300 is the number. Look, you got any roofing issues, go with the local guys. Why? Because they care. They're from the community. They want to help the community. Why else? Because you get a beautiful new roof every shingle time. Get it? You like puns? You like fixed roofs? You want Go Roof. Call them 978-300 when they answer the phone. Hit them with the roofs up. And look, understand that you're going to get a free professional estimate. So it doesn't cost anything for them to come out front and let you know exactly where you stand. So you then make a fully informed decision. They stand by their work, a 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty. So peace of mind before, during, after. Insurance covers it great. If not, they can work with you to find payment plans that get the job done and fit your lifestyle. Let's go to GEAUXroof.com, 927-8300, Go Roof.
Yo, Jacob Hester here for Patient Plus Urgent Care Center, the place that can be at your convenience during those inconvenient times. I know they've been that for me. I've got 4 boys, right? So sometimes stitches happen, and they have 6 convenient locations, 1 close to you to be able to be convenient for you. Remember, you can also check in online. Patient Plus uc.com is the website. That way you skip the line as well. Patient Plus Urgent Care Center. Get in and get better.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hanging with Hanny. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
The 2021 Smoke 'em If You Got 'em fundraiser, presented by Mockler Beverage. Sunday, May 23rd at 4 p.m. at Ben 77 in Perkins Row. Benefiting the Baton Rouge Law Enforcement and Criminal Justice Foundation. With live music, great food, and an amazing atmosphere. Raise money to support local law enforcement and first responders. Tickets are $100. Get yours at the door or smokeembr.com. That's smokeembr.com.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Have you been arrested for DUI or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
A certified pre-owned vehicle means that it's been certified by factory-trained technicians. It meets a stringent criteria of over 155-point inspection. We want to make sure that vehicle is mechanically sound and that we have a warranty to back it up. There's no mileage limitation. You can be assured that you're driving a vehicle, you got a good value, you'll get that special financing, those special incentives on certain models, and some of the other
OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. I'm sitting down. I think I finally lost all my early day bravado from a little bit of, the cups, how they can give you that false sense of confidence early into the next day. And then as the day wears on, you slowly realize that the physical effects to your body are more than you realize. That's what I'm going through right now. So
you had the side look in the mirror of your abs and not the straight on look of your abs in the mirror. I get it.
So T's and P's for my confidence and for my just my overall feelings right now. But let's go to the phone lines where we talk to our girl, the best in the business. We're talking about Megan making money. Wasn't she up at 6 a.m. tweeting out baseball picks yesterday?
Yes.
The grind never stops. Mother, wife, gambling expert, FanDuel's Megan making money. Meg, what's up?
What's up? Well, I missed you last week. How are you? How are you?
Thank you. You were literally just nicer about missing me than anybody on this show was. So that means a lot. It's very kind of you, Megan. Mexico was incredible, by the way. It was awesome. What about you? How was your little break before you came back to the show?
Mine was great. I was wondering, I turned on the TV, why are you dressed like a youth pastor?
Thank you. Well, I'm thinking about opening up my own Sunday school. There's a lot of legal red tape to get through. Okay, well, I'll ask you this question, the one that we started the show with. So I went to a little schmooze and booze type of deal last night, right? And the outfit was comfortable. I wore it for less than 5 hours. We got home late, and I didn't feel like dealing with the closet this morning. So I'm like, hey, I got these clothes right here. They don't smell. I'm going to hop in a long shower, and I'm going to put them things right back on. Is that okay? Less than 5 hours?
I think so, as long as it's not the underwear. You have to change the underwear.
He's got the underwear and socks, Megan.
Yeah, same underwear and socks.
Okay, well, we got okay. The clothes are understandable. I mean, those are just like it's for the body, but the underwear and the socks, bro, those are like the key. Like those are bottom level, just like sweat taker upper.
It was a nice night last night, though. I'm telling you, no sweating was done.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Again,
you sweat no matter what. The feet sweat, I believe, 3 liters of sweat a day or something crazy. No matter what you're doing.
I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like I'm sweating 3 liters if I don't work out.
You're telling me your thighs weren't rubbing together?
Oh yeah, they rub.
Exactly.
They rub that out. Look, sniff me, okay?
No.
If you're this confident, sniff me.
No.
And put it to the test.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to sniff you.
Get yourself a big whiff.
Hey, look, Megan, how's the new whip?
Oh my God, it was such a surprise. I've been rocking the same 2005 Volvo forever, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie. Again, I said that like I'm frugal. It's weird that I like to bet, but I'm also frugal. But like I didn't want a car payment. I've been like, just keeping my Volvo running. But I mean, the headliner's falling down. It's starting to chug. I mean, I was just like, I was getting scary waiting in car line in that thing.
Yeah.
So my husband rolled up yesterday and surprised me with that thing, and I about had a heart attack. And it feels like, by the way, if anyone, I love it. It's an Atlas. It's the new one. It's literally got as much room as a minivan, but I don't look like an old woman.
Coward! Continue, though.
Moscona said that he has one, he and his wife, and they love them as well. So, I will put my stamp of approval. We also
You're gonna side with Moscona? Like, that's who you're gonna partner up with?
Over me? That says it all. If you made that bed, you have to lie in it now. Granted, my bed may be smellier, but it's way more comfortable and way tighter.
I was very comfortable. I'm sorry. I got the bucket seat, so it's just like a van in there. We're good.
Can you open your doors in like 7 different ways without actually touching the handle? Because I can.
Yes, I can. I can put my hand actually between the handle and the door, and it opens.
Does your door slide open or swing open?
I don't need it. I don't need a Lamborghini. Okay. I don't need
Uses are coming.
Makes it a lot easier to get the kids in the car with a sliding door in a tight parking lot with car seats.
You know what else gets the kids in the car? A tight mom look. Get your own car.
All right, Meg. So I do wash my legs and feet, by the way, Emil. Thank you very much.
Wait, we gotta ask Megan about the Kentucky Derby and the controversy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because she gave us the horse to pay attention to. She's like, hey, there's not a lot of juice on this horse, but we know who the trainer is. You need to back this horse. I won some money. She won some money. But now we don't have to get that money back, even though the horse cheated.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into everything yet. I'm gonna probably drink some coffee in the morning and put out some Preakness picks. But I knew that Baffert is that's what he's known for. I called it, whenever we talked. I didn't want to exactly say what he did to his horses, but obviously he likes to give them the best medicine possible to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, that horse went off at 15-1.
Yeah.
Nobody was betting that horse. So yeah, we got the Preakness coming up tomorrow. And I haven't looked at it, but if you follow me on Twitter, I will definitely be putting out picks tomorrow.
At Megan Making Money. At Megan Making Money on Twitter.
It's just vitamins and supplements. Right?
I think the story keeps changing. At one point, they were like, well, we think that one of the stable hands was taking cough medicine and peed in the hay that the horse then ate. And I'm like, hold up. There is no way that this multi-million-dollar stud that anybody is peeing in that horse's hay. Like, there's a 0% chance.
It's just like I feel like at that point it was like whenever you come home from high school and like your mom knows that you had like a beer or two and you're just like trying to say like anything like, oh, they slipped and I fell.
Yes,
and it was,
yes. I wasn't drinking. No, somebody spilled the beer on me. First time I've ever been around beer. It was horrible. I was very scared, Mom. All right, Meg. So what plays do you have going for today?
All right. I'm going to preface this with, look, I've been a little cold, and by little cold, I'm talking North Pole here the last week in baseball. But I'm thinking that today is where we get right back on course. So the first game I'm taking is taking the Reds money line. And last time this guy threw, which I believe it was last week or the week before, it was either, I think it might have been the week throughout. But I told y'all to take Miley, and he's actually threw a no-hitter. So he's on the bump again today, and I think he's going to get the job done. And usually I like to fade guys after their no-nos, but I think he's a stud, and I think he'll do well and keep the momentum rolling. Also, Marquez has been struggling his last 3 starts. And the Reds, they've been kind of inconsistent, but I think they'll put the bat on the ball for Miley today. I also like the Cleveland guys. They've won 8 out of the last 9. I'm saying guys because I'm trying to not offend anyone. Mariners have dropped their last, I believe, 4. Indians bat. Oh God, I did it.
Yeah, you blew it. You blew it. You're doing well. You're doing so well.
And I blew it.
You got to call them. You got to go the CBT, the Cleveland baseball team. Just treat it like Washington.
There we go. I've done it with Washington so much too, and also I feel like they've had so much time to come up with something. They really need to figure that out.
Dan Snyder is a horrible owner, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
The football team, it's just like, woohoo. So, yeah, the Mariners, you have Savali on the bump, and the Mariners haven't seen him, but Flexen hasn't been seen by the Cleveland baseball team either. But in his last 2 starts, he's got absolutely lit up. So the Mariners are good at home, but I'll go ahead and pick is Tribe bad too?
Oh no, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll just settle with the Cleveland baseball team, and I like the Reds and the Cleveland baseball team.
All right, so we got to get your thoughts as well. Our tier list is video game consoles today, and I know you're a gamer, so if you had an S tier vote for your favorite video game console, it would be?
Okay, for me personally, and I know I'm a little bit younger, but I feel like
Chill. My birthday was last week. I know I turned 36, okay?
Movies, music, and video games, whether it's games or consoles, like that 5 years, like that, that they started coming out, like 5 years is a humongous gap. So like me being almost 30, you being 36, obviously, like those 6 years, there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of games, consoles. But for me personally, I would have to go the original PlayStation because that was what I grew up on. Like that was the first. I mean, my brothers had like the Genesis. They had.
You're talking PS1. You're talking PS1, not PS2 even.
No, just the original PS1 where I could play Grand Theft Auto, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, my Harry Potter game. Like that was where I would spend countless hours where my butt would feel like the static channel of the TV. So I would definitely say that the just original great PlayStation was my go-to. But I mean, respect to all the games. And I'm still a PlayStation girl. We just got the PS5 and then we still have the PS4, which I was just re-downloaded The Witcher. And Alex bought a humongous.
Could you be any cooler, Megan? I don't understand it. You even like The Witcher?
I'm upset. I love just open world games, and like I will sit there for hours and collect things to make potions and alchemy things, and just like I love my swords, and it's beautiful. That game is absolutely amazing, and all the different like beasts that you come across.
It's amazing.
It's great. It's like Lord of the Rings had a baby with Game of Thrones and also Harry Potter because of like the cool beasts.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But anyway,
it's my favorite game of all time.
It's amazing. He bought me this beanbag, and I thought I was like, man, we don't have room for this. It's so stupid. Why would you spend this much money on a beanbag that can fit our family?
An expensive beanbag.
I've literally been on it since he bought it.
Okay, there we go, dude. Alex is killing it with the gifts right now.
Yes.
Making everybody look bad, dude.
He got me a pair of like amazing dunks for like Nike dunks. I don't know if you saw those on my story the other day. He picked those out for me too. He has been absolutely killing. He also bought me a bathing suit. What man can confidently buy?
Never.
Never.
I can't confidently buy anything for my wife. I can't confidently buy anything for my wife. I have no idea what to do.
A bathing suit though is the ultimate. There's no way.
No. No.
It's amazing. He picks them out better for me than I like.
I mean, what if you get the size wrong, then you're major trouble? Like, what's the fit you're looking for? No, I'm not touching that. Never. No chance. No chance.
Dude, he's been killing it. So obviously I've been really, really nice to him too.
Husband Hall of Fame there. Nice job, Alex. Great job. And great job to you, Megan. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too. Hey, really quick, plug in this so everyone can come. Hogs for the cause.
Yep.
I'll be there just to say hi, hello, hang out, and see everyone that I love from Baton Rouge, New Orleans area. So if y'all want, I'll be there.
Will you send your kids to my vacation Bible school this summer?
I mean, you look like, can you play a guitar? I mean, dude, that's...
Oh, he's got Wonderwall on lockdown.
I got Wonderwall on lock. Actually, the first song I ever learned was Green Day, Time of Your Life. Not to brag.
That
And
is classic.
yeah, and then it was Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. Again, not to brag.
Megan, is The Killers, Mr. Brightside a banger?
I love it.
Thank you.
It's just one of those ones that come in the car, and I'm just. But
Yeah.
actually, I think my husband does not like it. I think he gets annoyed by it. But he's also
First thing Alex got wrong today.
Thank you, Alex, a man of taste. He gets it. It's been way overplayed. Megan, you have a great day.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't love it. But okay, y'all have a great day too. I think it's a banger. It's just whenever it comes on. I don't like to play it. I don't like put it on. But when it comes on, it's nice.
Thank you.
That's it. That's a piece.
Thank you.
At Megan making money, FanDuel's Megan making money. Yeah, I'm supposed to be at Hogs with Mincy as well. I think Mincy's kind of hosting it. I think I might be. I don't know exactly what my role is, but we will have some more Hogs news coming up, both for New Orleans and Baton Rouge. All right, Ask the Bench to close out City of the Weekend coming up next here on OTB.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
What if you could truly energize your body and mind from the most fundamental level, your cells? Cellivate is a revolutionary health-aware approach to energy, focus, and mood enhancement, packing everything you need to optimize your mind and body from the inside out. The unique formula combines top-notch cellular energizers, nootropics, herbal extracts, and powerful antioxidants, all in one sugar-free 12-ounce can. Elevate your cells. Cellivate.
Can you feel it? Spring is almost here, and if you got a new boat for Christmas or you just want to take your boat to a new level, you want front-to-back boat service. HD displays, live sonar that show the fish before you cast, trolling motors. At Front to Back, they got not one, but two NMEA certified techs for all of your marine electronic needs. How does a brand new speaker system sound? Well, guess what? They do that too. So call 225-928-9644 or go to Front to Back Boat Service.
50 years ago on Easter Sunday, Breck's Baton Rouge Zoo proudly opened our doors, and we've been hopping ever since. 5 decades of connecting people with animals, teaching our community about the problems facing wildlife and how we can help, and working with zoos across the world to protect endangered species. Today, our future is taking flight by stretching the possibilities of what your zoo can become, while we keep it fun and affordable for everyone. Thanks for coming along.
$29,990 for a new 2021 Ford F-150. Bayou Ford wants to put you in a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 for just $29,990. And new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Starting in 1974, Central Plumbing has served Baton Rouge and surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Through these tough and trying times, we want you to remember that the Payne family is here to continue to support and serve you. As a multi-generational business, there is no job that is too big or too small. Residential, commercial, industrial, hospitality, we're here for anything you need. 24/7, 365. Give us a call, 225-925-8552.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again.
OTB OT with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
It was only a cuss, man.
How'd your shoe smell?
Okay. Touche. My feet don't smell great. Just go deep on them, and they don't smell great. I also think my pores are slowly but surely excreting more and more alcohol. Hey, that's on me. Ask the Bench, brought to you by
Cold Coors Light.
Ask the Bench.
That's the other one. Cold
Okay.
Coors Light.
I was
Y'all try to make me pronounce things y'all's way. It's Cold Coors Light.
No, you're fighting an invisible monster here. I want you to say curse. That's the bit.
Nope.
I don't.
Nope.
Ask the Bench is I'm going to a Tony Robbins seminar in that get up. I did really like the Tony Robbins Netflix segment a couple years ago. Ask the Bench, do y'all watch All Elite Wrestling? Anybody watching AEW?
No.
My brother does. I've seen it.
I get it like I get all wrestling, which is through Twitter osmosis. And it seems like they do cool things at times, but I don't watch regularly.
Isn't Arn Anderson part of that legend? Four Horsemen?
It seems like a lot of the hardcore wrestling bros love AEW because they're doing a lot of things that they wish WWE would do.
Is that like TNA was? Like old, like washed up WWE guys? Or?
Bro,
No,
this is a family show. Chill.
It's like
Whoa.
Cody Rhodes. Oh, wow. I see.
Whoa.
Okay,
That was the David Lee.
Easy, Mario.
It's not necessarily, I say it's not just all old watch the wrestler, but Jericho is the belt that he has.
Sounds like it is, but okay.
No, it's, I mean,
All right,
it's supposed to be really good. I don't know. Okay, hashtag Ask the Bench. What are you asking for or to do on Father's Day? When's Father's Day?
It's in June. I'd like to, go fishing with the family. Everybody's got to fish, though. Everybody's got to put a line in the water.
I literally don't want anything.
I don't want a gift. No.
I'd like to go to
I don't
the
need a
movies.
gift. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I might go to the movies. Or fish. Or both.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Favorite toy to get at the dentist office? Or there's this big, long purple one, but at the dentist. Never mind. The floss, I guess. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Funniest thing you or your spouse ever said in your sleep? I don't know about that, but the other night, my wife was putting her to bed, and she grabbed my wife's face, cheeks, and looked her dead in the eye. And was like, "Mom," and she's like, "Whoa, what you got to say?" And she's like, "You drink your coffee too slow." And then she just turned over and went to sleep. I was like, "Okay, sure."
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. She just had to get it out there.
I don't think I talk in my sleep. I don't know.
Well,
Katie
you wouldn't
does.
know, right?
Well, Katie would tell me if I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Favorite LSU football jersey outside of traditional home white and gold?
I like the Silent Season uniforms.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Those are fantastic. I love the white, purple, white combo that they wore a bunch in 19 as well.
What'd you think about the Tulane Katrina game ones with the
Those,
Pelican
I
Rising?
like those.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, those are good. I like them all. I like the yellow they wore in the Independence Bowl. I'm a homer.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. If you get a tat of anything, anywhere, without judgment, what would it be?
I've got a lot of them, man, so I just don't care. More tattoos. Yeah, let's go.
No idea.
Yeah, I would love a sleeve.
Yeah, I would love a half sleeve. Really nicely well done one. Very colorful.
Yeah.
And I would want it to be like a mixture of all my favorite things. So you wouldn't be able to tell from afar that it would be like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. But then when you got close, you'd be like, oh,
yeah,
look
get
at
to tell a
that.
story.
If I was in the NFL, I definitely would have done that. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Better yard game, cornhole, washers, or horseshoes?
Ooh,
cornhole. I like cornhole.
Cornhole. For sure.
God, a little old school horseshoes, though. Man,
It's like
that's
kind
a
of
real
fun.
skill.
It's a skill. It is definitely a skill, but I don't love it. I will not be getting the new WWE game. And Eric Niquin saying AEW is nothing like TNA. So there you go. Mario, you're a wrestling fan, or you were at a time.
I used to be.
I think you would probably like AEW. I don't know.
I'll check it out. I'll give it a chance.
An anime sleeve, says Alvo. You're on a list now. That's just I don't make the rules. Boys, great work this week all around. Let's have ourselves a weekend. Savage Garden vibes all weekend long. See you Monday.
Beat Alabama.
Have you been arrested for DUI or other traffic violations? Have you made a mistake? We all have. You're not a bad person. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 225-343-1111 or connect with us online at ocbrown.com.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering,